All right, we are live.
I like cheese.
Welcome to Chapter 2, Session 3 of our Legends of Generica GURPS campaign. I am Gigermann, today's GM.
Heyo.
Hello,
God help us.
whatever your name is.
Hello.
Alright, bookkeeping, got any?
Yes, I improved combat writing, I believe, in the technique. It's only 1 point, so yeah, combat writing.
I did improve a skill, but I can't remember what it was.
Well, it clearly wasn't that important.
I think I might have got hiking.
Well, I think you said you already had that, and you just didn't have it on the sheet. You might have been lying, though.
I might have
Overnight,
been.
Murdoch kind of grew, several inches taller, grew pointy ears, and he's now speaking Elvish. It's weird.
Yeah, that didn't happen. Unless he took some weird drugs, and it's probably Getwell's responsibility. Why did my saying weird drugs remind you of something that you had done? In the meantime, FYI, I have added an item to the party sheet, the itinerary for the Kingdom of Generica. Anybody who wants to actually be hanging on to that can do so, but there it is. AKA the map. I was going to mention that I don't think anybody in the group actually has a compass, which is considered standard equipment for navigation.
Our navigator should buy a compass.
Probably. On the other hand, the compass is freaking 5 pounds. Jeez, what the hell is this thing made of? Lead?
I imagine it would be like a ship's compass.
Maybe.
It's made of lead.
So for Murdoch's case, you had gathered a handful of knives off the assassin. I was going to give you 50 GURPS for those, assuming you sold them all. There was nothing remarkable about any of them.
They were sharp and pointy.
There is also a silver castle pendant on a cord, which you can also sell for another 95 GURPS. Unless you want to keep it.
What a greedy SOB.
Well, yeah.
I know he's got greed. I'm just being a smartass.
I'm just agreeing with you.
All right.
Did he actually hear me? He didn't respond.
What? So I'm greedy.
Okay. Just checking. A kind of a side note, when Reyna left the group, it would have made sense at the time for her to take her split of the guild coins you guys had reserved for the group. I thought I would bring that up in case everybody agrees that would be sensible.
Yes, that's sensible. Says the guy with code of honor and honesty and truthfulness.
Man, you're such a paladin.
Grumble, grumble. Okay.
All right.
No,
I think that
if he was a paladin, he'd be looking at going into holy warrior. which I will admit I did consider.
I have removed 15, or no, I have removed 3 guild coins. That was her share.
So we could technically split the 15 up with everybody, and everybody has 3.
You could.
I mean, I'm fine with leaving it as the party.
What is Lady Wagon going to do with a Power Stone?
What won't Lady Wagon do with a Power Stone?
She's actually the brains of his operation.
Who told you?
She
How
took
much-
over Get Well and is puppeting him.
How much can I sell the silver pendant for?
95.
Who's drawing pictures on the map? Or the image?
Can I see if I can get more with merchant skill?
Not at the moment. This was done in cutscenes off screen.
Okay, I'll sell the silver pendant for 95 GURPS.
Right. If you wanted to keep one of the knives, you can just grab it out of the items. I think all the different kind of knives are there. Just a large knife.
He can make a better one.
I think he's already got one or two.
How do you spell it? GURPS?
Oh, just put a $sign. Technically, that's going to be another coinage.
And then selling the assassin knives, how much?
50 total.
Somebody wasn't paying attention.
I kind of wasn't. Yeah, you're right. I'll sell those 2.
Roger.
Goram slacker.
So Getwell actually had 790 GURPS lying around?
I have 12 gold pieces and 13 silver pieces. I didn't
Oh,
buy
that's-
much from the last time.
How the hell did you end up with all them? Oh, you never
didn't.
actually.
Spent any? I spent some.
Well,
I think.
I've got 1,200.
You didn't actually
after
upgrade your
I
armor like everybody
adjust-
else did.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
Actually, Leo does have a compass. What do you mean we didn't have
Does
a
he?
compass?
Did that sneak in there?
Nope.
Then ignore all that. Oh, right. So there was the question of whether or not Brother Getwell was going to A, return the relic, the finger bone of St. Pius, to the church that he took it from, and whether or not he was going to report them for selling relics.
All the above. Or, actually, so Getwell will hire a kid and to buy one of the fake finger bones. He will then return with the fake finger bone, hand that back to him, and then give the real finger bone to the church proper, and then report them for selling fake finger bones.
Ah, gotcha. So where are you going to take it then?
To the church proper here.
Which one? You going to take it to the cathedral, or are you going to go back to the abbey?
I probably have a better relationship
Or somewhere
with
else.
the Abbey.
Presumably.
Abbey, somebody.
On the other hand, all the big muckety mucks go to are at the cathedral, so they might be really impressed.
They're a bunch of jerks.
Yeah, but I don't think I really care.
Well, you might not. All right, that looks like all the bookkeeping I had. We took care of all the rest of it. All right, anything last second?
How do I get out of this chicken shit outfit?
You secure that shit. All right. I gotta get this right this time.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, in the land of Clichea, in the kingdom of Generica, in the 12th year of King John the 17th, almost a month since the Hamlet incident, having finished a morning of brutal combat training, the company of the Bere are at the Heroes Guild Tavern having a pint.
Brutal combat. Is that like Mortal Kombat?
Not quite. Doesn't typically end in death or fatality.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah,
the
that's the
next
wrong one.
mission starts in a tavern.
All of them start.
How weird is that?
So generic.
Isn't it? Right. So you are at the tavern having a pint. Burley is delivering the drinks once again, and with you at the table is the marshal of the Heroes Guild, Tancred of Stonewall, who has just beaten the crap out of the lot of you, all in the name of training. Burley comes up to the table. Oh, stand. Hold up. Okay, get sorted. Burley comes up to the table and says, "By the gods, Tancred, what have you done to Murdoch? Are you okay? Can we get a doctor in here?" Oh, wait. Never mind. He always looks like that.
Ha ha ha.
Sick burn.
Oh,
I see what you did there. And Tancred continues his critique, saying, "I keep telling you, Dustin, you need to be more aggressive. Don't just defend. You got to counter."
I keep telling him that too.
But enough beating you lot up for one day. I've got a job for you. The Sheriff of Kingswood, Coffer Old Money. His family has been a long-standing patron of the guild, and his father has owed a few favors, even after his death, God's rest him. He's requested the guild's help in hunting down the Laughing Bandit and his merry band. Seems they've taken to kidnapping children for ransom now. He wants you to meet him in the village of Chopwood before 6 Day. It's a pity I can't go with you and crack some bandit skulls. So what say you?
Money's always nice.
They
I'm
all
in.
shrug. We'll do it.
What do we know about this place?
Honestly, I've never heard of it.
So we don't. Do we know where it's at?
I think it's in the middle of the Kingswood somewhere in the when I say the out of character, when I say in the middle of the Kingswood, I'm talking about the Earldom. We'll get to that in a minute, but yeah, it's out in the middle of the forest. Let's see. And then Griston the Old shows up, and Tancred turns over to him and says, "Hey, you remember what the bounty for the Laughing Bandit is up to now?" It's like, I think it's about 100 pounds. And then Grizz reminds Tancred that they need to go over the books and see what properties they can liquidate. To which Tancred grumbles, "My turn," before turning to you guys and wishing you good luck. Says, "Make us proud."
Why are they liquidating properties?
Oh, yeah, you didn't hear about that. Yeah, there's the bank's calling in some of our debts, and we're having to scramble to scrape up the cash.
Huh.
No big deal.
Why are they calling in their debts? Did someone piss someone off?
Banks. Somebody probably called them in on theirs.
Okay, that makes perfect sense to me. Well, we need to get gear, prepared for usual stuff. Prepare for the trip.
Time to prep.
Find out where we're going, what we know about that place.
All right. Well, you guys don't know a whole lot.
You said this is mid-morning.
It is.
Then we should probably prepare our plan to depart tomorrow in the morning and spend the rest of the day getting prepared and or letting people know and stuff like that.
All right. So, in general, where are my counters?
No, they're not there. Over there. No.
Stop it.
The Heroes
No,
Guild
not
should.
there.
The Heroes Guild
So-
should start an extortion racket and start getting people to pay for protection.
What? No, we're heroes.
Well, they
not
kind of do that.
mercenaries.
I mean, that's kind of what you're doing.
In practice, yeah.
So basically, you're headed toward where the magenta pin is on that map.
Magenta. I just said purple, but okay. So it's midway between the highlands and the woodlands. But
Yeah,
it's still in the crownlands?
that is still in the Crownlands. That is actually part of the King's Domain. So it's still, there's not a separate Arl for the Kingswood.
And what was the name of the place we were going?
Chopwood. So, to prepare for the journey, let me see.
What did we do previously? We did
Murdoch,
navigations.
Yes.
what will Murdoch do to help prepare for the journey?
Where are we going?
To that place.
To Chopwood.
Probably hiking, IQ.
By
Is
the
it
way,
in the mountains?
it is not. It's in the forested area. It's
The
probably got
woodlands.
some hills, but
No, it's not in the woodlands. It's still in the crownlands.
So what I can do to help with it is to help everybody be prepared for the hiking that needs to be involved.
speaking of hiking, at this point, you guys, there's no reason you can't use some of those guild coins to, for example, rent a horse.
Why would I rent a horse? Sir Magnus would be offended.
Clearly, Sir Kenrick doesn't need to do so, but everybody else.
Technically, I kind of need to end up buying another horse down the road.
Would it be 1 coin per horse?
It would be 1 coin per horse. So the way this would end up working, sort of the guild, sort of an unspoken rule in the guild is, if you rent a horse 3 times, the 4th time you basically bought it.
Alright, in that case,
Otherwise,
it's probably
you could
value for
dump.
money.
Otherwise, you could dump 4 guild coins and just buy it outright. But
How much
obviously you have to
gold
keep it.
value is one of the coins? Like, if I were to smelt it down.
It is
Don't do that.
undefined. A, it's undefined. B, it's not gold. It is mithril.
So what's
And-
the mithril value?
I could find that out for you.
Why
But-
are you melting down a coin?
I'm just curious. I mean, if say I needed mithril for something.
Mithril is very hard to work. And Murdoch can tell you all about that.
And we have a resident dwarf.
All right, so bearing the whole horse thing in mind, A, is anybody going to rent a horse? Or rather, is anybody not going to rent a horse?
Me, I'm not going to rent a horse.
Aside from Sir
Honestly,
Kendrick.
I think Dustin should go ahead and drop the 4 coins to buy one.
Now, bear in mind, like I said, if you actually buy the horse, you have to keep it somewhere.
Murdoch could just ride a lady wagon.
Hells no.
I don't think a Yama is big enough to actually ride.
But
well, yeah, but if you guys buy the horses, it's like, yeah, that's still a good. I think it's still a good idea because depending on
you
where
guys
you're
can probably
going,
work something out.
I mean,
but then I got to start getting riding skill.
Leo prefers to walk. He can be quiet that way.
Luckily, Kenrick has the teaching skill and can teach you how to ride a horse.
Well, even if Laodin is the only one that doesn't get a horse, he will be slowing down the group.
Will he?
I was not planning on getting a horse.
Why not?
Leo's light and fast.
True, he is light and fast, but he's not as fast as a horse.
Blessed legs that carry me just fine.
So
Not
how
very
many in
fast.
the party? We have 1, 2, 3, 4,
And
5.
I don't know how to
5
ride.
people. If Dustin gets a horse, someone can ride with him. Sir Kenrick, if he's willing to have someone ride with him, the
No.
horse can handle.
No, it cannot.
Why not?
I have a war horse. It is not a riding horse.
A war horse can carry an
Sir
additional
Magnus
passenger.
will not allow other people to ride him.
Well, Sir
He
Magnus
is very,
is
very picky.
exactly. He's too picky.
Yeah, you
And
tell him that.
I think you just got on his shit list. He already
Good.
doesn't like get well.
All right, well, for the record, the party speed will be walking if everybody doesn't have a horse, which is fine. However, that does mean that anybody who is riding will be making riding checks instead of hiking checks. And will probably not be as tired as everybody else. As long as everybody's cool with that.
How much for a pony?
1 coin.
Is that renting or buying?
That's renting.
Well, a pony is smaller than a horse. It shouldn't cost as much.
Okay.
Yeah, well, guild coins aren't a specific dollar value.
Plus, the horses that you guys are getting are likely riding horses, not war
Actually,
horses.
they may be combat trained. This
That
is
would
the
be a
Mirror's Guild.
surprise.
So cavalry horses.
Well,
Probably
Murdoch
more
wouldn't
like-
necessarily get up on a horse because he's a dwarf. He would probably go more for a pony.
Yeah, pony's fine if you'd prefer something smaller. No, it's probably they're trained for combat. They're trained to deal with combat situations. They may not be war mounts in that respect.
I need a mule. I need a boyfriend for Lady Wagon.
I don't think that's going to work.
Well, Leo would prefer to walk, but if everyone's getting horses, then Leo will get a horse.
Damn it, that means I'm going to have to get a horse. Because if Leo gets a horse, then I'm the only one without a horse.
Yeah, but if you don't get one, everybody's not getting one.
But
and then
I only got a horse because I thought you wanted a horse. But if you didn't want a
I'm
horse,
not
why did we get
getting
a
a
horse?
I didn't get a horse.
And then I show up and go, you got horses. Good thought. Although, honestly, Brother Getwell, I would take this one back. I mean, look at those calves. Ugh.
We need
I don't know how to ride.
Getwell to get a wagon with
I have teams.
booze on the back.
Yeah, you don't want a wagon because that's going to way slow you down.
And then you got to shave the top of your head, and then we'll just call you Getwell Tuck.
Friar Getwell.
Fry Getwell.
Well, how about, a horse can carry double, correct?
Double what?
You do not want to do that for an extended period of time.
A horse will carry up until medium encumbrance. Medium. I think it's medium encumbrance.
So,
any heavier than that, it will not take a rider.
well, I'll let you guys mull that over for a bit while we get back to where we were.
No
I don't
horse.
know how to ride a horse, so that's kind of my big thing.
Be an adventure. You can learn on the way.
We'll hitch a chariot to Sir Magnus so he can pull it.
What's your obsession with using Sir Magnus? Buy your own horse and put a chariot on it.
How about Lady Wagon? We could do it for Lady Wagon. We could pull a wagon. Lady Wagon pulls a wagon.
Uh-huh. It's kind of wasted on Murdoch, really. Back to what we were doing.
It actually improves my look.
So, given the whole horse situation, you guys can sort out whether or not you're actually getting one or not. I guess not everybody is going to end up having one. Murdoch is going to do hiking then?
I did the hiking IQ -1. I succeeded by 1.
Did you? Okay. Gotcha. Who's next? Laodin. How will you contribute to the preparations?
Navigation.
Sorry, what was that?
Navigation.
Okay. So you have +1, I guess? Holy crap.
Compass would add +1 to that.
Compass is required equipment, but you've got the itinerary, so I think you're going to end up with a +1 total.
So compass does not give you the +1.
No, it doesn't. Unless it specifically says it in there, but I don't think it does.
Well, basic set says compass +1 to navigation skill.
Never mind basic set. We're using Dungeon Fantasy gear for that.
Right.
I'm assuming Dungeon Fantasy, which it's just the required equipment. But that's good to know. So we've got a total of 6 so far. Who's next? Dustin. How is Dustin going to assist?
Good old-fashioned weather sense.
You could also do research. You do have a really big library.
Oh, how would research work in that case?
You just go to the library and start reading through books.
No, but what's he researching?
The route,
okay,
etc.
Dang it! I was going to use current affairs.
That's more fun than weather sense. I'll use research.
You are gonna have +1 for the Heroes Guild library, or +2 if you go back to the Wizards Guild for theirs. And holy God, you guys are gonna have a lot of plot points. Does that put us up to 12, 14? Good. All right, who's next? Getwell is next.
Well, I was going to say current affairs to see what's going on between here and there.
It's probably
local.
Reasonable. I want to say
Peoples
-2 for distance is probably reasonable. That's like the next county over. Okay, well, 0.
Yeah.
And Sir Kendrick.
Yeah, I'm looking at my stuff going,
Animal handling.
Leadership,
okay.
though. Leadership would be good.
I need to probably look at planning on improving that at some point because it's only at 11. Why did it roll twice?
Well, you take the first roll and you succeeded by 0.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Nice.
wondering why. Hold on, this doesn't count. I'm trying something.
Roger.
It's rolling twice.
I like the critical success. We'll go with that one.
I wonder if
I'm
you're
not double
targeted.
clicking. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Does it have?
I wouldn't think so. No, I'm not showing you being targeted on anything.
Huh. Weird.
Well, we'll just pretend there's nothing wrong. All right, so current tally is you got 5 plot points.
Did you see my previous comment, Mark? Because you were talking about being worried about not having the writing skill.
Yeah, that's all true.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
until
'cause-
something spooks the
yeah.
horse and I gets thrown.
Well,
Yeah, well, that'd be in a combat situation anyway.
that's going to be the case whether
Are
you've got the skill or
we-
not.
Is there a reason we need to speed along?
This is also true. We were not given a hey, I need
You
you
were
there
supposed to have
this
been.
time. Were you? Okay, bad GM.
Did I miss that? No, I think I said that. I just may have breezed past it anyway. I said that he wants you to meet him at the village of Chopwood before 6th day, which is in 3 days.
Okay, and so knowing what we know, how much time is it going to take if we walk?
All right,
Or some of
so
the
it's
people walk.
it's going to be about 2.5 days walk or about 2 days ride. Actually, I think it's less than that. I changed that. No, that's what I left it at. Yeah, 2.5 days walk or just short of 2 days ride.
Forcing us to use
But that's
coin.
assuming everybody rides, so
How many days if we walk?
2.5.
So then we'll make it there by the 3rd day.
If nothing like holds us up.
And you could leave today and get that half day done.
So let's go. Get our stuff and go.
Well, seems like I gotta flip the coin or spin the coin and get the horse.
Well, if you do that, then Laodin does that, and everybody's riding.
But a horse
fine.
can't. I'm just trying to understand. I mean, if Dustin and Getwell share a horse, Leodin and Murdoch can share a horse.
You don't share horses for long distance. The horses share you in long distance riding.
We
The
can get
ideal
a,
situation
how much
would be
for
we'd have
how
multiple
about a
horses.
draft horse?
Draft horse is not meant for riding, and especially not for dwarves.
But
You cut off.
they'll support the weight.
Yeah, they'll support the weight, but they're too wide. They're meant for pulling equipment.
Plus,
I'll
they
get a
probably
pony.
don't. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and buy a pony.
Okay.
You're gonna name him Bob.
You do not need to create it as a character. Just FYI.
All right, paying my guild coin.
Don't have to.
Sorry, Leodin. You're the only horseless one. Don't worry, I'll fall and break my neck at some point, I'm sure.
Well, Leo will get a horse if he's the only horseless one.
Now, if you just didn't want to spend the coin, you could actually burn one of the plot points for it. I'd be cool with that.
Leo will spend the coin.
As the only proper cavalryman, Kenrick is like scratching his head and wondering why everybody's so resistant to getting horses.
Because our butts don't work like that.
Until you see Getwell on the horse, and he looks like he's scared of it.
Thing is stinking tall. I'm so high off the ground.
Actually, it's probably not. It's probably just a riding horse. So you're like, oh wow, I'm pretty high off the ground, and then I ride by, and Magnus is like much bigger. But I will probably spend the actual trip, basically going, no, you're doing that wrong. Oh, but relax your legs.
I'm sure they'll appreciate that too.
No, they won't. At the end of the first day, when they get off the horse, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, my legs!"
We're already gonna be that way. I would fare a whole lot better on my fatigue and everything else by doing the hiking than riding this stinking horse.
No, you won't. You'll be fine. But speaking of, I think Kenrick is actually going to discreetly spend one of his coins, or actually, I don't know how much it's going to cost. It would cost in silver or GURPS or whatever to get the stuff, the oil, ointment, whatever that he's going to end up going. Yeah, you need to wipe your legs down with this afterwards because everybody's going to be like, "Oh my God, my legs!"
Okay. Yeah, you could get that either with a guild coin or a plot point.
I don't know how much would it cost normally, because
I have no idea. I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about.
It's basically going to be Bengay.
Icy hot.
Yeah. Icy hot, something the equivalent of something like that, because their legs are going to be brutalized and at the end of the first day. Since they're unaccustomed to it.
Yeah, I don't know what potion that is.
Then I will spend one of the prep points for that because I know the people without the riding skill are desperately going to need it.
We will consider that available then. Let's see, where did I put that? So, burning a plot point.
Well, preparation. Yeah.
All right. So, two things. One, where and when are you going to meet up?
Well, if we can leave this day, at the midday or so, and get going, we can, might as well.
Yeah, it's possible if you take off immediately, you might be able to make Forest Keep by the evening.
Right. Well, I don't see why we won't try that then.
All right. Just going to meet up here?
Might as well, unless somebody has any other suggestions.
All right. Also, in the event that there is something that somebody needs, again, an assistance role from your organization is possible. In this particular case, the Wizards Guild for Dustin, Smith's Guild for Murdoch. I don't know that you necessarily have anything that you need, but it's available. Also, everybody needs to settle up. So you've got at least a couple of days out and a couple of days back, and however long it takes while you're there, which is purely guesswork at this point.
I'll let the Smith's Guild know I'll be out for a couple days.
I have to visit I have to go back to the uncle's place anyway to grab the rest of my gear.
Yeah, you go let the house staff know that you're going to be gone.
Yes, indeed. They're pretty much familiar or expecting that sort of thing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go drop off the excused absence notification form.
So when you head over to the Wizards Guild and submit your leave request to the headmaster, you encounter Magister Mentor in the hallways. And he greets you and does some small talk and asks what you're up to.
Heading out to the town of Chopwood. Evidently, there's a bandit issue.
Bandit tissue?
Indeed, yes.
So that's out in that Kingswood, right? And he thinks about that for a minute and just kind of shudders. Says, ugh. Place is full of gateways into fairyland. Hate fairies.
Any recommendations on dealing with that?
Oh, I have a thing. And he escorts you back to his office or whatever the hell he has here, and starts rummaging around through his stuff, and produces a cloth within which is an iron key. And you note, as usual, he's very reluctant to touch it, which you know that elves are allergic to iron. Which incidentally is also true for...
He's allergic to iron?
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not like he's going to go into anaphylactic shock if he touches it, but it does turn his skin blue and might itch. So he says this is it will vibrate in the presence of fairyland airs according to the strength. It may do some other stuff. I think it might prevent face sickness if you actually enter the fairylands.
Face sickness. That sounds fantastic.
Most intriguing.
Bring it back when you're done.
Will do. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Or
Goodbye.
keep it. I don't care.
Oh, well, when you put it like that, all right.
Well, good luck.
Thank you. Have fun. Don't burn the building down while we're gone.
All right. While
The building was on fire, it wasn't his fault.
While everybody is on their way back from their miscellaneous places, damn it! I closed that stupid table.
You shouldn't have closed the table. Why'd you close the
I do
table?
it every damn time too. Let's see. Everybody roll 1d6.
Man, you would have to ask me that after I prepped something.
Yeah, I totally did it on purpose.
Jerkwad. That's unacceptable. You can't be distracted during the game.
Who?
Still missing a couple. Murdoch and Leodin.
A lot of fives.
Just rolling a d6.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's not paying attention today.
That's a 2.
Let's see. Yeah, so apparently Dustin and Sir Kenrick and Leoden run into each other coming up through the low market. Damn it. Once again. Forgot the stupid image. And at the low market, the town crier is doing his thing.
All right. Yeah, the town crier dude.
Today, it is Benston of Snorrington. And he announces, Rebellion! Last Friday, citizens of Brigandy in the... Can anyone guess? Anyone? Kingdom of Antigonia have risen up against the cunt, demanding an end to his oppression. The king's army is already en route to destroy them. Our Holy Father. Can anyone guess? Anyone? Pontiff Sonorus I has fully recovered from a mild case of the flu and is expected to leave the Republic of Canalia for the Holy City within the week.
You need to get his intonations better.
Yeah, I know. I kind of meant to watch that bit and get into it. I had too many other things to do.
That sounds like an excuse to me.
It is.
Bueller.
Ludo's Pleasure Palace has erected a new feature performance, a spring pole dance. Patrons describe the performance as uplifting, a stroke of genius, outstanding, and I'd definitely come again.
Woo! That was totally Getwell's idea, wasn't it?
FYI, Ludo's Pleasure Palace is the competition to the Body House.
Oh, so it wasn't Getwell's idea.
All right, so you guys are meeting up and heading out ASAP.
That sounds correct.
And everybody is horsed.
Yes.
Travel montage. All right, so we need...
Can we get an epic tracking shot as well?
You do get an epic tracking shot.
Where's it at?
I'm getting there. And I will get a writing roll from everyone.
Here we go.
Well, as stated, that's just going to end up being Dex for those of you who don't have the skill.
Now, I am doing the combined margin of success here, so we'll just total everything.
Well, that's going to be, I think I'm going to definitely help out on that. Wow! I tried to fail. Hey,
well, thanks to
that time.
Thanks to Sir Kenrick's help, it looks like you guys are going to make it without too much trouble. Whether or not you want to kill him by the end of it is another matter.
Oh,
all
I'm
right.
smoking something.
Uh-huh. So, you guys are making pretty good time. And toward the end of the day, you will arrive at Kingsbridge, where you will cross the river into the Kingswood proper. Because it's later in the day, the traffic isn't so bad, so you're not really held up there, and you can move on straight over to Forest Keep, which is the capital of the Kingswood, and also the seat of the sheriff, who is not currently present.
Is this not the guy that we're looking for, is it?
The guy that you are supposed to meet up with is, in fact, the sheriff of the Kingswood. He
Right,
is
he's
not
just not
currently
here.
here.
Gotcha.
He's
So
out making the
does
rounds.
this place have like an inn or anything that we can?
There are places to lodge. They're probably not the best, but they will do in the interim. You have planned well for this.
Yes.
So if you are agreeable to it, I will take a plot point from you and say that that's all sorted. And you'll stay the night in Forest Keep, and nothing bad will happen to you while you're there. Hoorah.
Hoorah, indeed. They're gonna, I'm gonna make sure that Kenrick is up really early and is probably gonna look after the horses as well because they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Let's see. So Laodin actually failed his role.
And everybody's going to be moving really stiffly in the morning if they don't have the skill.
I succeeded.
No,
Dex
Murdoch
minus
succeeded,
5.
yeah. I think Dustin's okay. Yeah, it's just Laodin who's got the sore ass.
If it's just routine, is there any bonuses to riding?
Well, you managed not to fall off. That's covered by the routine. Actually, I suppose that should have been health-based anyway. But, no, you're just a little sore is all. It's true, you're used to walking.
Walking and riding horses are two different things.
You get up in the morning, you're fine.
When Leo's butt gets sore, he'll probably dismount and walk the horse.
Well, to be fair, we're gonna be doing that a lot anyway. It's like you ride the horse for a little bit of time, then you dismount and walk a bit, and then remount and ride some more.
Well, Leo will be doing a lot of that, and he'll be massaging his butt cheeks in between.
In between his butt cheeks?
He'll do that in private.
So your expectation is you'll be spending pretty much the entire day headed out to Chopwood. And this is 4-day. So you should be arriving well before the sheriff arrives.
Well, that'll be fine.
Riding roll.
Oh, another one.
So, next day.
Now you're just crit hunting.
It does say if the animal knows and likes you, +1 or more for a mount with the mount skill, or +1 or more
that's
for
true.
a
You
mount
would
with
all
the mount
get the
skill.
+1 for that at least.
Yes,
so
that's
I
why
succeeded by 0.
No, with the dex thing. That's why because it's normally -5, and then if you get the routine, that's a +4, so it puts it at -1. But horses are going to have the mount skill, so that's +1. So you're going to be dex +0. They don't know you well enough to get
So I
the
succeeded.
like you.
I'm guessing Laodin actually would get the +1 for that as well, so
he
would have actually succeeded with those.
He's gotten +5.
Just for reference, Leo is rolling on actual default.
Right.
And he just get +5 to that.
Okay, so Jesus. Kenrick made it by 17. Well, you're certainly not going to have to worry about coming in late.
Well, he's doing the keeping everybody. No, you're doing relax. And adjusting their stirrups and all that.
Yeah, I think it's going to come to everybody's succeeded. Just barely. So
Everybody succeeded, yeah.
You're starting to get used to the idea. And it was a pleasant day's ride. The weather's actually been pretty nice. And you guys arrive just a little before sundown at a village, which you presume to be Chopwood.
Well, I'll stop, one of the... Inevitably, there's going to be, like, some kids running around, Ask one of them, is this Chopwood?
Indeed it is. You have
Very
succeeded.
good.
As you enter the village, you are greeted by an older, very distinguished-looking gentleman who identifies himself as Patron Morrow. And he is the village patron and also the reeve of the village. And he welcomes you and asks why you're here.
We're here to meet the sheriff with regards to the Laughing Bandit issues. What was this dude's name?
Patron Morrow.
What? Moral. Is it? Okay.
Right. He says, yes, we did request the sheriff's aid in the matter of these missing children. He has not yet arrived. We expect him in tomorrow.
Fantastic.
In the meantime, you're welcome to stay. We will find a place for you to sleep and stable your horses.
Looking around, does this place look like it has... is it big enough to actually have an inn or anything like that?
It is not. The population of about 150. It is a very small village. It's as likely you'll probably end up sleeping at the church / hunter's lodge.
Well, that's probably fine. That's if Leo doesn't just disappear on us. Go out and hug some trees.
So it is late when you get here, and you're definitely ready to get off the damn horses. And that's about that. So, Dustin, are you doing anything overnight?
Overnight, more than likely not. At least not anything of note.
Brother Getwell.
Not this evening. Probably hanging out with the church folk. Actually, is there a tavern, etc.?
There is not. However, there is at least one or two places in town where the wife makes brew. And if you ask around, you will actually find a place that she has brew available. So it's the equivalent of the brew house. Or actually the origin of the brew house, if you want to be technical about it.
I will go where the people are and drink brew with them.
Sir Kendrick.
I'm going to be seeing to the horses because I'm presuming everybody did a mediocre job. Probably, you said it was late in the day, but it's still not evening.
The sun was going down as you guys were arriving.
Right. No, it's like, wipe down the horses, make sure they're fine. Tell Sir Magnus to keep an eye out on them.
Murdoch.
He'll follow. He'll tag along with Brother Getwell for the ale.
I think between the two of you, you're probably going to drink her out of whatever she's got.
Make sure to pay her.
I'm honest.
Leo is going to go get some alone time, and he'll probably go for a walk through the woods and just have a look around.
See, he's going to go hug a tree.
There is a relatively significant forest nearby, as one might expect. This town features a lot of logging work.
He will make sure that the people are doing it sustainably.
They are at least reasonably well organized, as far as you can tell. They could probably do with some improvements in that regard.
But yeah, he's not doing anything special. He's going to invoke his loner disadvantage.
All right. So Leoden can make a roll on the light sleeper thing. I believe he has.
Is it health?
I think that's what it was. I don't remember. Murdoch can roll against his nightmares.
Leo sleeps well.
All right, and Murdoch does not have any nightmares. So, actually had a reasonably peaceful night. You wake up and you're not like super sore, just a little. Wasn't exactly the best accommodations you've ever had, but you've also had worse.
Probably had worse.
So you guys get up and going in the morning, and they will feed you and basically leave you to your own until the sheriff gets here, whenever that is.
I'm just doing a test roll.
Roger, test. That's an odd way to do it.
Mundane is usually going to be 4, not 5.
You have +5, don't you?
No.
Oh, +4. Okay.
The 5 is Sir Magnus likes.
Oh, okay. That's routine is the word that they use.
Routine. Yes, that's the word. I don't know why I was thinking mundane.
Well, routine is kind of mundane.
Probably, if we're going to be, basically sitting around and idling, it's just like ask around, try to find out what's going on so we have some idea before the sheriff arrives. I'm not the most efficient in that regard, but
Sir Kenrick in the morning is going to go start asking around about the whole missing children thing.
May drag Getwell with me.
Murdoch, what about you?
The social skill I have really is carousing. Maybe I can carouse around a bit and see if anybody has loose tongues.
Planning to steal them?
Not steal them, just talk to people, have some drinks and see what they have about the missing kids.
Unfortunately, a wandering priest type and a dwarf drink all the ale.
Yeah, Murdoch wanders around town and everybody kind of steers clear of him because he's ugly.
And he drank all the ale.
My name is Murdoch Halfbeard, and I like to party. Leoden.
I can do it.
Did Leoden get distracted?
Sorry. What do you need from Leo?
Is he doing anything in the morning up until the sheriff arrives?
Probably not. He will go have a morning walk, look around, enjoy the wilderness, and then return back before probably most people wake up.
Recon. Dustin.
Honestly, Murdoch would be tending to his pony and tending to his gear.
Fair enough. What's Dustin up to?
Not too much. Gonna grab some breakfast, maybe go for a short walk, and then be back and ready.
Get well.
Hanging out with Kenrick, asking the people questions and stuff. What did I just do?
Doing the actual job?
Sure.
All right.
I didn't mean to actually
you guys,
switch and click crossing.
Sir Kenrick and Brother Getwell basically hang out at the church while Patron Morel is doing his daily job. You see, and he's talking to you guys as he's working all this stuff in between, sorting things out with this guy and that guy. But they're trying to organize taxes and stuff while getting the planting done. This being late spring, and they're kind of late getting to it. Bad weather's been causing some problems out here. But he doesn't complain about the sheriff as far as the taxes go. Says no, he's okay. He's easily better than the last one. At least he's trying. Or he looks like he's trying. When it comes down to the actual disappearances, Patron says that over the last 3 months, 3 girls have gone missing, all of them very young, under 12. His basic theory at this point is they just wandered off into the wildwood and got lost. And of course, it is off limits for us to enter the wildwoods, that being the King's Forest.
Do we have authority to enter the King's Forest?
On your own, you don't. You could probably get away with it being Heroes Guild, but once the sheriff gets here, he does have the authority. Which is why they requested his aid in this situation. Now, you guys had brought up the whole Laughing Bandit situation. Patron Morel doesn't think that they're really responsible here. It seems odd that they would capture kids for ransom and not actually send a ransom note or something. There have been no demands.
Is the Laughing Bandit known to kidnap?
No, that's really never been his thing. Laughing Bandit he's basically Robin Hood ripoff, so they attack rich people and take their money.
So this is out of character, but Dustin is not with them, correct?
That is true.
Because I think he heard. Is this the woods that was discussed that the fairies are in?
Out of character? Yes, it is.
Out of character, yes.
Well,
okay,
now, to be fair, he was referring to the entirety of the Kingswood and not necessarily this specific forest.
So what's going to happen is Dustin's going to wander off, and we're never going to see him again because he's going to go, stumble through a gateway to the other side or the fairylands.
Most likely.
I think that's more likely to be Laodin, although he might do it on purpose. All right, who's the artist?
What? Oh.
Knock it off.
Dear God, it's a dragon. I think that's a dragon.
I don't know who, but I'm going to take a guess that it's Mark.
Yeah, I'm kind of guessing that myself. Because you can't trust Mark.
would you have any questions for the patron at this point?
So it's just three. It's been 3 girls in how many months?
3 months, basically since winter.
3 girls in 3 months. So has it been like a girl a month?
Not exactly. The first one was just after winter ended.
I am trying to think of something to ask him, but I can't come up with anything to ask. I am not an investigator type.
Well, in the meantime, during the course of all that, he introduces you to a guy named Hugh Farwood, who is one of the senior hunters in the village. Their resident woods expert. He's been out running about, trying to find them. He is definitely in the Laughing Bandit would never do this camp. And he said he had tracked them. He had tracked them as far as the wall into the Wildwood and could not find anything past there. And of course, he would never go into the Wildwood. Yeah, there's a wall that separates the Wildwood from the rest of the Chopwoods forest.
Oh. I mean, clearly I don't know enough about where I live.
Are we talking like Game of Thrones, the wall here, or just like Town Palisades sort of thing?
No, I think that is in the Highlands.
Yes. Now
The
this
Game of
is
Thrones wall is in the Highlands.
This is more of a Stardust wall kind of wall.
So it's a small wall that you can jump over.
It is small. It is not meant to keep people out.
It's more like a fence.
It's just a marker, really.
Oh, so like modern Hadrian's.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I think modern Hadrian's is even probably taller.
Too big. Yeah.
I think in
this
some
is just like
places it is really short.
A half a hedgerow.
So, did this guy find evidence that they had gone into the Wildwoods, or he just didn't want to venture there?
The way he would word that is he lost the trail near the wall. And he said he would not venture into the Wildwood to actually track them any further.
We will.
Well, we're going to wait for the sheriff, who should be arriving today.
And indeed he does. So, right around midday, the sheriff of Kingswood, Coffer Old Money, arrives with his retainers, about a dozen men-at-arms, and an advisor of his. And he announces his presence and says that, and calls for a meeting, a village meeting at the temple. And he sees you guys there and says, you're the Heroes Guild company then.
We are indeed. Actually, what's the official thing for a sheriff?
Your Honor, I think. I was not able to find a definitive answer to that.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what his status is.
I believe that's going to be a status 3, but I'm not sure about that.
Oh, wow. I thought sheriffs were low, not highborn. Okay.
Well, they can be lowborn, but they can actually... It's just a job title. It's not a position that way. It's not in the feudal hierarchy that way exactly.
Well, if he's status 3, then I succeeded by 2.
But basically, he runs the county in lieu of the king.
Right. Right, there's no Arl here. That means the king needs to make me the Arl.
Well, I suppose he could if he, didn't want the money.
You can trust me.
Anybody have anything to do before you get into the actual meeting?
I can't think of anything. I'm presuming he's going to have his the sheriff and or his people are going to be asking some questions of the locals as well. Unless they're not.
Well, they may be asking those questions in the meeting.
Nothing I can think of.
No takers? All right.
Nope.
Then you guys will relocate back to the temple/hunter's lodge.
This is a temple?
Yeah, it does double duty, like so many things in this village. And basically all the families of the different households in the village are represented here, so it's pretty packed in there. The sheriff and his advisor are at one end, presiding over the meeting, while everybody else is sort of seated where they can, standing room only, kind of.
Since we are not locals, I think we'll probably just find some place out of the way. Loiter near the door or something.
I was going to ask whether or not any of the PCs intended to get involved here or just listen.
For now, just listen.
Yeah, I agree, because we don't have enough of the context.
Well, you're about to get all the context.
Uh-oh. Brace yourself, guys. Here comes an info dump.
Yeah, so first off, the general atmosphere, aside from being a little stifling with all the bodies in the room, is that there is a little tension between the sheriff and the people. But the sheriff starts off asking about the details, the stuff that you've already heard here. 3 girls missing, 3 months. There's definitely some disagreement whether or not they were lost or they were taken. The townies complain they haven't seen the forest warden since the winter to get his help, and they're not allowed to go into the wildwood, so they haven't been able to go search for him.
Who's the forest warden?
He's the guy in charge of the wildwood, basically. And their demand of the sheriff in this case is they want him to go in there and find the kids. Now the sheriff rebuts with he thinks this is all a trap by the Laughing Bandit to get them into the wildwood so they can be ambushed. And he's dead certain the townies are in on it.
Wow.
You see, as he's back and forth with the townies in this regard, his advisor, whom you hear his name as Malrid, he is whispering in his ear here and there. And the sheriff complains that the nearby Big Oak supposedly has been used as the Laughing Bandit's base for years, in full knowledge of the villagers, which some of them look ashamed to potentially agree. However, Hugh Farwood points an accusatory finger at Malrid, who he reminds everyone was the right hand of the old sheriff, Tyron the Heavy-Handed. And he accuses Tyron of having the children kidnapped to instigate conflict so that they can go in there and draw out the Laughing Bandit. Tyron and the Laughing Bandit have a long-standing rivalry, which ended with Tyron's ouster as the sheriff. Patron Morrill insists the bandits have nothing to gain from ransoming poor peasants and insists that the girls are lost, and appeals to everyone to listen to reason and facts. Then another person enters the hall who everyone recognizes as Shepherd Odmar. He is a druid. And everybody clearly recognizes him and allows him entrance with some deference. He is not at the same level as Patron Morrill, but he is clearly a respected figure. And he declares that the children have been taken by fairies and that the Wildwood is enchanted. Pretty much everybody groans. And the sheriff scoffs at it. And Hugh says, "Has anyone seen one? Has anyone seen one in 100 years?"
Oh God, we're in 13th Warrior.
Patron Morrill, again, insists on reason, says the fairies, it can't be fairies. Why would that be the case? We would all know. And the general discussion breaks down into chaos until the sheriff finally yells out and calls everyone to order and declares that he is taking his men into the Wildwood and will capture the brigands by whatever means necessary. Oh yeah, and bring back the missing girls.
I like that. Oh yeah.
So that is the general gist of the meeting. I will allow anybody that has it to make a skill naturalist roll.
Nope.
Negative.
A what?
There are 2 that I'm aware of.
I've got it.
Why are you a naturalist on Earth, though?
Whatever. Yeah, Getwell's like, fairies? What? Leodin, who should have a leg up on that anyway, is like, yeah, fairies haven't been seen in this world in 100 years. They're not allowed to cross over.
I'll take a peek at the key. Is it doing its thing?
It's not doing anything.
Okay, good.
You chew on it.
Is there a
sort of
hidden
rattle it, see
law?
if it's awake.
There's a hidden law fairies skill.
There probably is, but let me rephrase that. Normally, in most GURPS games, there is going to be a hidden lore fairies skill, but in this case, it's not really hidden. So really, it's just a part of naturalist.
Okay. So does that mean Leo knows the rules of the fairy?
He's got some basic ideas.
That can't tell a lie.
He wouldn't be able to get quite that specific, probably, seeing as he only made it by 1. But with a little back and forth, maybe talking to the druid, perhaps.
Is Dustin gonna speak up about his conversation with the one guy about the fairies?
No.
I
imagine he would have told the party as we're traveling, but he's not going to tell a bunch of randoms that he has a key that should detect the presence of fairies.
That's what I was more wanting, is that you would have told us.
I mentioned that Leodin, as a ranger, is a part of the Druidic Order. Technically, the druid there is a ranking officer over him.
Okay. Well, Leo will make that known then.
So you will introduce yourself.
Yes.
He seems pleased to see you. And a little back and forth about small talk and why are you here and that sort of thing. Let's see. So, with that, the sheriff is gathering his people out in the quote-unquote square in the middle of the village.
Right. Have to show up. Join up.
All right, so at this point, how shall you equip yourselves to go into the forest?
Well, assuming we might have bandits, I will be armored up, weaponed up.
Yep.
Same here. Geared up.
We were summoned as potential fightery types, so means I'm not going to be moving very fast.
Full combat kit, leaving the horses behind.
Yeah, horses are going to be difficult in the woods, I'm presuming.
All right. Any magic stuff? I can't think of anything you'd probably do. All right. The sheriff will at some point come to Sir Kenrick and say, well, you guys are the heroes, so what do you think? Who should be leading this?
Well,
The expedition into the woods?
So he points. You either got the woodsman over there, or we've got the druid, who seems to think he knows what's going on, or we got my advisor, who has had issues with the Laughing Bandit in the past.
Well, I don't think Getwell's of the belief that if Laughing Bandit has never had any, issue, is not routinely someone who's kidnapped people in the past. I don't. Getwell's not confident that Laughing Bandit had anything to do with the kids at all.
You just like the stories and the songs.
Besides, if we
You
catch
can
the
admit
Laughing Bandit, well, if we catch the Laughing Bandit, then we won't have all the cool fun stuff.
But with regards to the leading the into there, which of them knows the area best?
Well, your opinion on that regard would be that the woodsman has been around a lot. So's the druid. Druid's a very rough fellow. Looks like he's been out in it.
I vote the druid.
The woodsman looks like he's made of leather.
I vote for the druid.
Why? I'm not contesting it. I'm just curious about your thinking.
I vote druid because I don't think Laughing Bandit had anything to do with the kids. The druid seems like, why not?
I think
my
Dustin
reasoning
would go
why
as well,
is kind of meta because of the conversation of the Dustin. But honestly, when we were coming into this situation, the druid is pretty much one with nature, so he's going to have a lot of leg up when it comes to the woods.
And Leo will also vote for the druid just because of brand loyalty.
That's true.
Dustin will go druid as well for just affinity for magical solutions to problems.
And
Sure.
I can pick his brain on like herbal lore stuff.
Oh, you see a very nice pipe hanging off his belt. You know that guy smokes some good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, the druid makes sense, but we probably need to have at least the hunter dude. Was it Hugh something or other? At least there in backup.
Well, okay. So
And
take them
then,
both
of
then?
course, and then we've got Ledin, who obviously knows his way around forces, just not this particular force.
All right. Sheriff's like, you sure? I don't think anybody really trusts the druid. But okay, well,
In that case, then keep an
I
eye
hired
on
you
him,
for a reason.
and then the huntsman. If the huntsman's like, whoa, what the hell's he doing? Why is he taking us there? That's
Sure.
where the evil gingerbread house is.
All right then. Into the forest you go.
And that's the last we ever heard of any of these characters.
I think it's time for
I'm a
break.
slacker.
That's not untrue.
What?
Good
Already?
time for an intermission.
All right, going on break.
I probably drank too much.
Already?
Back.
Yay!
Hey. All right.
Let's go into the fairy forest.
The entourage leaves for the fairy forest with the druid guiding them, backed up by the woodsman. And off you go. Not too far in, you will reach the wall as promised. They will remind you that on the other side of that wall is off limits to anybody without permission, which, being with the sheriff, you guys can go now. So Hugh will point out where he lost the trail of the girls, or really the last girl that got lost.
When was this? How
That
long ago?
was a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, suggest Lid and try to find it, but if it's a couple weeks ago,
How good is his tracking skills?
He's not that good.
That good. Because I think it gets a minus for every day. I want to say.
It's been a while since I've looked at that, but it's something like that. It is definitely going to be difficult. All right, so with that, the druid says, in we go that way, and he seems relatively confident.
As we go, Leo will be looking for tracks and signs of interesting stuff.
It's minus
Or
10
relevant
if
stuff.
it's more than a week old.
So anything more than a minus
That
one
would be
is
minus 7 because it'd be following a man, a person.
Right.
Yeah. Minus 7.
Still,
so that
There's
would be
some-
failed by 6.
plenty of animal traffic through here. And so you cross through the wall, through a break, and continue on. And as you go, things start to get a little weirder.
Fairy forest. Oh no.
That's their name. Dustin and Laodin will definitely start feeling a bit of a buzz.
Uh-oh.
You
What are
recognize
they
this.
smoking?
You recognize this as a high man area.
Woo!
So would Getwell not also notice that?
Oh, yeah, he would, wouldn't he? Actually, well, he might not, because he's it's not. It's sanctity. So he's not. He actually does not have magery. He has sanctity, so he's getting a different version of magic.
So mana doesn't affect him?
I don't believe it does, actually.
Is
Under
all
normal
magic
rules,
the
anyway.
same, basically?
Well, it is, but
Keep that in mind, and whenever we get into a no mana zone there, Mark, that means you're fine.
I believe it works, so it works.
Yep.
I do kind of wonder, though.
Make a note to research.
Just thinking in this particular case, it may not be fully arcane. It may be a mix.
So he might be noticing something weird.
I'll say he notices something weird.
But then you said the deeper we get, the weirder it gets. So we
Sure.
all notice it's weird.
Well,
Not
you
as-
guys see the
not
physical
as
weirdness.
weird as everybody else.
Getwell, as a side note, will notice that as you guys have been getting further in, the druid has been getting a little, I don't know, twitchy.
Uh-oh. I think we chose poorly.
So you are following the path that the druid has pointed out. The woodsman seems to agree, sort of suggesting that he might actually know this area.
I keep that in mind.
At one point, and remember, you guys are traveling with about a dozen of the sheriff's men as well, and one of them points out, "Look, there's a basket of fruit over there." And he walks
What?
over to it.
Is there?
That's very suspicious.
Do we see a basket of fruit, or is he hallucinating?
No, it's there. It's a basket. It's full of miscellaneous fruits.
Were any of the girls carrying fruits?
The townies that are here, that being the druid and the woodsman, neither of them know anything about girls carrying fruits. But the druid is rather concerned. Said, "Please don't touch that."
Yeah, don't touch that.
It's a trap.
Who will save him?
Who?
So Kenrick
Calling
is
out to him.
attempting
Stop,
to.
stop. Don't touch that. It might be poisoned. Think, man. Think.
The buddy of his that was going with him stops to turn around, and you've managed to get his attention while the guy that went ahead in the first place bites into the fruit, and
What an idiot.
you see his hair turn white immediately, and he just drops unconscious. Well, not really unconscious. Catatonic, I think, is probably the better word.
Get well. Have to rush.
All right, let's see.
Examine this idiot.
We'll examine him. Oh, must have been something he ate.
Right after we, yeah, okay.
It checks out.
I think I'm gonna have to give Getwell a disapproving look at over that.
That's true. You haven't given him one today.
Well, because
7. I'm up to
Kenrick
7.
doesn't know that he failed the check. He just presumes that Kitwell's being a sarcastic asshole.
You continue forward down the
Wait,
path.
what about the catatonic dude?
Oh, you're leaving it behind?
Well, the sheriff is like, I guess we can come back for him. He seems
Are there
very
any
confused
dangers?
right now.
Is there any dangers in this area? I mean, obviously this fruit is not safe for consumption. Probably a good idea to do something about it. Keep somebody else from, well, eating it.
Yeah, kick it over.
And the other thing I'll do is there any magic or sense of
Ooh, that's a
magic
good
coming from
point.
it?
That's a good thought. I hadn't thought of that. But then that makes sense. I'm not a wizardly type.
Say that again.
Is there any magic emanating from the fruit or the basket?
You may roll if you like.
That is intelligence based.
Intelligence plus, normally it'd be majory, but I don't know. Would sanctity apply there? Presuming so.
Yeah, it should still apply. I mean, yes.
Surprise, GM! Surprise!
You know, if Mark had never made a fuss about that, I wouldn't even be having this.
Oh crap! I don't know. Wow,
Yes,
that's a good roll.
it does smell of magic.
Although
Although it's kind of hard to nail it down. It's kind of hard to
Does this
nail it
smell
down, but
Dustin, does this smell like magic to you?
you would probably say that you've made the roll by enough that you're reasonably certain that's glamoured, and it probably isn't what it looks like. Sheriff says orders one of the men to stay with the catatonic guy, and very reluctantly, because he doesn't want to lose any men for the inevitable ambush by the Laughing Bandit, who's definitely waiting around the corner.
So since this is let me start over in English. Since you said that the Laughing Bandit is basically a Robin Hood ripoff, that means we've probably heard the stories. Guessing? Question mark.
Yes, you may
So
not have all the
is
specifics,
there-
but you got the
yeah, 'cause-
generalisms at least.
Because I'm wondering, is there any indication in the stories that he has access to magic? Or whatever his merry band equivalent is.
You don't have any specific stuff in that. Not like he travels with a wizard or anything, except for that he does travel with a priest, mendicant, which he's probably a divine caster.
Okay, so my next question is something that I'm not sure if Kenrick will think of because of IQ 10, but we do have two casters who are both fairly intelligent. Do you guys either of you guys have access to like the equivalent of see invisibility or true seeing or something like that?
Not at all.
Let's see.
Because something like true seeing might really be helpful here and might thoroughly cause the GM to go, crap, I was not thinking of that.
No, unfortunately, I do not.
Well, that's unfortunate.
What about the druid that's with us?
So you're asking him if
That's
he
a
can see.
possibility, but he's acting. If Dustin noted that he was being Getwell noted he was being twitchy. I'm starting to wonder if we can totally trust him. But my follow-up was going to be mostly toward Dustin with regards to the key thing. Was it a key? I
Yep.
think you said it was a key.
It's key.
Is it like vibrating? Is it glowing?
I take a peek.
How do you carry it? Is it like on a necklace?
Pouch and a belt, I imagine.
I was totally thinking you should wear it like a necklace, so it's sort of acting like the Witcher medallion.
Too noticeable for my taste.
Well, it'd be underneath your clothes.
Sure.
You give the key a grope, and you're not sure you feel anything.
I think your mentor dude gave you a fake one. It's sort of
Quite
like
possibly.
get well with that fake finger thing.
All right.
Yeah, well, might as well consult the druid dude. Ask if he has access to any true scene or spells or whatever to see through illusions.
He apologizes, but says no. He's not quite so advanced as that. Sadly.
I would give him more crap if both Dustin and Getwell sort of said, "Yeah, no, we don't have anything like that either."
You continue moving. The group continues moving, and
Bit more carefully now, I think.
bit more carefully, except that a couple of guys take a tumble as you are on an inclined path, and they roll down, and you see that they're headed toward a ring of mushrooms.
Oh crap! That's going to be something bad.
Who will save them?
How do we save them, guys?
Rope and climbing.
They are in the process of falling.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we have time to climb. I think it's.
Can we throw a grappling hook their way and see if they can catch it?
Tell you what. Everybody roll a d6. If you roll a 1, you are within reach.
I am apparently on the other side of the dudes.
Dustin is the closest.
We couldn't even Benny that one.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Dustin could.
Don't exactly.
So, do you have some sort of spells that could hit the? I don't know. Actually, I don't know what you have.
He's got a lot of water spells, right?
Yeah, it's like, can you throw up like a wall of water or something to stop them from rolling?
He has water and air.
I don't know if that would do that.
What kind of crappy wizard are you?
What spells do you have? Maybe we can help you figure out what
Well,
to do.
no, because there's improvised magic. I have a lot more than is actually listed, so I need to continually find them.
Well, I'm just going to look at what is listed on there. Shape, water, shield, water jet. Apportation wouldn't work because they're too heavy. Huh.
Shape
Yeah,
water might actually work if he can. If there's enough moisture, he could just do like you said, a wall of water in front of them. They fall, basically go into the water, slows
Shape
them
water's
down.
not that powerful.
Yeah, I don't know that spell.
Well, you have a long stick.
Dex check. See if you're able to give them your quarterstaff in time for them to catch it.
Hang on.
What are we hanging on to?
Well, I can just continue to look, seeing if there's something else in the book that'll be useful that's not on my list.
Yeah, that's going to take a while.
I'm going pretty fast.
So where was that? Damn it. So you've got water jet. That does damage? No, wait. Water jet does knockback, doesn't it?
But if they're falling away from us, then it'll just make them
You
go
can push
faster.
them out of the way, though. Push
Yeah,
them out
like
of the line of
hit them from an oblique angle, maybe, so they don't
deflect
land
their
in the.
path.
Yeah, that's the word, deflect. Let's see, water jet. No, it actually does damage. Never mind. I was thinking of does knockback to all targets and damage to creature. Oh no, so it does do just knockback. It does knockback to all targets and damage to creatures of flame. Well, they're not on fire.
So knockback.
Yeah, you could. That's an idea. And then you said you also have air spells.
As part of fluid, yes.
So theoretically, you could do air jet.
Can I throw a rope?
Not that fast.
Air jet does 2d knockback damage for every point of energy put into the spell. It has a range in yards equal to the number of dice in the attack. So okay, so it can do up to 16 knockback for 3 points, if I'm reading that correctly.
Can I throw my shield at one of them to try to knock them from falling over?
Shields aren't very aerodynamic.
I don't think that's going to help.
Just thinking outside the box.
It's all right.
Okay, so what I have that might work is instead of that's wonderful. Doing body of wind, fluid stuff. And essentially I become a whirlwind, and I could try to roll them out of the way. I think that might work a bit better because I would be able to actually keep up with them as they roll, rather than trying to hope I get lucky with an air jet or water jet and try to shove them.
Well, okay. I mean, is that doable? Can you do that in 1 second?
No.
Not in one.
Time to
It takes
cast
2.
2 seconds. I have never actually looked at this spell before.
They're falling that fast? How far? I mean, that's how fast are they moving? Are they covering? I mean, how far away were they starting, and how far away is the ring of stuff?
What about shield? Can you do shield around them?
No, that's not what that is. Shield's anti-magic stuff, if I remember correctly.
No, I think
No, shield is
it's
just
protection.
like it's DR or
it just
DB. DB.
creates a. It's like the shield spell in D&D, except there's no magic missiles. Yeah, so this is going to be within 1 second.
Tell you what, just put a pin in that. Give me a staff roll.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to see him turn into Body of Wind. That's a cool looking spell.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a little too much involved there. Okay. You got your staff out there in time for one guy to grab hold of it. The other guy keeps tumbling. And and ends up rolling into the mushrooms, at which point you see him get up and start dancing, sort of in fast forward. It's absolutely unnatural.
Okay, I'm trying to believe this.
How do you? So how do we get him out of there without? I guess this would be where you'd probably want to do the air jet. Get over there and try to blast him out of the ring.
You could theoretically.
Yeah, blasting mouse probably.
Or you extend the quarterstaff to him to see if he can grab it and pull him out.
I'll just shove him with it.
Heck, shove him with him. Yeah.
Or throw a rope around him and see if we can drag him out.
Are you gonna lasso him?
I could.
I don't know if you could.
That's true. He is moving around dancing. He's
Well-
break dancing.
I'm just wondering if he has the lariat skill and can tie an actual lasso.
Yeah, just shove him.
Tackle him.
I poke him with a
Then
stick.
you'll be in the. Then
Yeah,
you'll be
if
in the
you-
thing.
Not if you're
you
doing a
tackle-
flying tackle.
Yeah. The druid's like, don't touch him!
Don't touch him.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I think it's back to air jet. What are the spells that you have, Getwell?
Nothing that's going to really help him.
No, I mean, but what are the spells? I know you
Turn
have some-
zombie, sunbolt, shield, recover energy, purify water, purify food, neutralize poison, minor healing, might, major healing, healing slumber, flaming weapon, disease, cure disease, create water, continual light, and command.
So could you have hit the guy who bit into the apple thing with a neutralized poison? I don't know if it was a poison.
Maybe.
Or what are we testing?
Disapproving look.
Wait, for who? And
For
why?
you.
Like you knew.
I might have known.
Yeah, Getwell's repertoire is mostly medical.
Well, if he's still there, I can hit him with a. If he doesn't come out of it
All right.
naturally.
How much damage can you do with that?
80, melee,
Does
20.
it do double knockback or anything like that?
2d knockback for every point of energy.
Okay,
It
so it
says
is
he does
purely
a lot.
knockback.
Yeah.
Unless the guy's a creature of fire. Then it does actual damage.
You need to do probably 10 points.
Okay. I just to make sure I would have had a better chance to get him out. It would have been a full 3 power jet.
Yeah, what's that get you?
66 knockback.
6d6.
Wow, you gotta blow him all the way across the
Yeah.
forest.
That's gonna be awesome.
You'll
He's
definitely-
gonna-
You'll definitely be able to clear him out of that then.
You
Yeah,
know,
no problem.
we said that, and I was halfway expecting you to roll nothing but ones there. So it's like you do six points of damage, or 9 points of damage with it, and go, really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you haul up the guy that you saved with the quarterstaff, and you do the spell, and you blow the other guy out of the fairy ring, and it does in fact work. He is free. However, once you guys go down there to fetch him, he appears to have aged at least 20 years.
Yeah.
Sucks
I'm
to be
starting
you.
to agree with what was it, mentors, shuddering about the fairy thing?
The guy that you saved is going to give him a shoulder to help him walk along while everybody else continues. Unless you're scared.
No, be without fear.
Fear's the mind killer.
You continue forward, and you hear childlike laughing in the woods all around, followed by little dancing lights, and the little lights shoot at you like little glowing darts, which, as they pass, you can just barely make out little tiny humanoid figures with long pointy sticks.
Bash some with a shield.
Kenrick is shielding.
Hell yeah, I am. I'm a sword and board guy.
Murdoch gonna help with that too.
I'll block. Yeah.
So both of you just roll shield then.
Shield, not block.
Not block.
Okay, does the DB come into play?
No, not in this case. Well, no.
Hey,
All
we
right.
both rolled the same.
So you guys both, as the shooters start coming through, you manage to save one or two of the men-at-arms that were about to get shot. One of them goes down with an injury, but he's able to keep moving. And the druid's like muttering under his breath something about pixies.
Yeah, totally going to have to comment to the sheriff. Is like, I'm starting to have my doubts that this laughing bandit was involved.
I think I'm beginning to agree with you.
I think perhaps it might be a good idea once you get back to put some funding into building that wall a little higher.
I think I agree with that too. You'll also notice that the men-at-arms that are still here are rather less enthusiastic about the current situation, as you would not surprise you, I'm sure. You continue forward and reach an area where there's like a ravine you're passing through with a bunch of tree roots and stuff like that, and some vines that are growing on the trees and stuff start getting all grabby out of nowhere. Who will save them?
What's up with this place? Vines, huh? Let's see.
I can start walking away with my axe.
Yeah. Because I'm like,
Fast draw
I'm
my axe and start chopping away.
Wait, your axe is not already out?
No, it would have been already out. I'm just saying. If I needed to.
It could technically still apply, but whatever.
So, axe, I'm going to start chopping away at the vines.
Yeah, I'm probably going to end up doing the same, but when I hit the vines, it's going to go smush. Because I'm going to be hitting it with a hammer. What's the size of this? I mean, how extensive is it?
Well,
is
it's
it like
not hard to
only? No, I mean, but is it like only a couple PCs can get involved, or?
In specific, you are attempting to save a one of the men-at-arms who is getting grabbed and dragged away.
Right. So looks like we're going to be. He did a lot better job than I did, but that makes sense considering mine is blunt instrument, and he's chopping vines.
All right, you guys managed to rescue one of them. That's while another couple get hauled off into the trees before the druid is holding up his little sprig of holy symbol and saying something in Elvish, which Laodin will recognize as just telling it to get back. You will come out no more.
What? What won't come out no more?
And so you see the druids holding that little sprig of tree out there, and all the roots are sort of giving way around him.
So it appears to be working.
Well, at least it's not attacking him, so he's trying to help everybody get through.
Yeah, I guess drag the dudes out of the vines and.
Well, it looks like one or two of them aren't coming back.
At all?
Like they got sucked up into the trees.
All right, this forest needs to be burned to the ground.
Hugh Farwood is still with you guys, scared as crap. It's like he's never seen this here.
I don't think any of us have seen this.
He will flatly admit that he's been in this forest, and this is not how it was. And the sheriff right now is too busy to raise an eyebrow.
I asked the druid, has anything changed around here recently that might have got the attention of these fairies? I'm assuming that's what these are.
The druid says, "Oh yes, things have changed around here. That is certainly true."
Uh-oh.
Behold.
Are we going to have to look at him and say, God, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal?
More than likely.
As you face the tree, this very, very unusual looking tree with the big gap in it, Druid Oddmar turns to the party and exclaims, "You now bear witness to the birth of the new world, richer, more beautiful, more magical, at the cost of your life's blood. Great fame and wealth unimaginable will be mine. I shall be king in this new world. No more Oddmar the outcast, Oddmar the insignificant. Attack, army of
Oddmar the oddball."
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
And as he says attack, you will notice popping out of the brush here and there.
Real goblins?
What are clearly goblins, and this time real ones.
Right. I think Ethan and Paul weren't here last time.
Yeah, they weren't here when you guys fought the fake goblins.
We fought goblins, quote unquote, but it turned out it was some mercenaries that were attacking human mercenaries attacking under cover of night, but pretending to be goblins to mess with people's heads.
Well, that's just rude.
And there are quite a number. Let me see. Not quite that number, though. You go away, and you go away.
How much can we rearrange ourselves?
As you please. You guys were walking down the path there. I suppose Make you might be out front since he was specifically talking to the druid. I'll give you some leeway, though.
I saw that, Murdoch. For a minute, we thought you were. I can never pronounce the word. No, it's a Durgar, right?
Detours?
Right.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're starting to get larger.
Didn't Colville figure out that it wasn't pronounced that way?
I have no idea how it's pronounced.
It's been a while. I vaguely remember that.
Same.
Well, okay. Is everybody happy with their position? Or happy enough with their position, I suppose.
Mhm.
It is not dark yet, so you won't have any lighting penalties here. The undergrowth in the green areas is not so thick you can't move through it or anything, but it is just thick enough that if you run, I will make you make a dex check.
Define run.
So anything over 2 hexes. Yeah, maybe 3. We'll call it 3.
That works perfectly for me because, with all my freaking gear, my move is like 3.
The goblins are size mod -1. They are armed with spears and bolas. And the druid is just a druid. Perhaps an evil druid.
Neutral evil.
Possibly misunderstood. So, with that...
No, this is the third time we've heard that little call thing. I think there's evil power at work.
The druid has a kind of a large seed in his hand, and he spits on it as he backpedals a little bit and throws it into your midst. Where's my thingy?
I'm not going to like this, am I?
Maybe. Dustin can give me a thaumatology check. Actually, I guess Getwell probably can too. Did he have thaumatology?
I
do not
can't.
have thaumatology.
I would say
Starting to wonder if that's
Dustin.
a skill I should pick up.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's a matter of whether or not he understands magical theory in that way. Dustin, you are obviously thinking this is some kind of plant spell.
Fucking tangle.
You sort of mentally going through the different kinds of plant spells that it could possibly be, and there are a number of plant growth type spells that you can think of that could possibly apply, including tangle growth or tanglefoot or some other things. Given that he threw it at the ground, it's probably an area effect. And with that...
Huh, it didn't ding.
Okay. I may have, because I dropped it on you, I think it may not have dinged. It would have dinged.
Move.
Is there any orders that were given from Sir Kenrick, like tactically or anything like that?
No, not in this case because, we were basically ambushed. So do what you do best.
Oh, FYI, the rest of the entourage is basically on the trail behind you. There are more goblins out there that they're they'll end up fighting with.
Alright, so Leo will move there. Has, in the lead up to this, has Leo had time to like draw an arrow and ready the bow and stuff like that, or does he have to do all that?
Well, we're going into this
While
expecting an ambush.
while the cutscene was
definitely
happening.
He definitely had his bow strong at this point. He won't be that surprised.
Yeah, I could see. I'd figure he might have the bow knocked, but he hasn't drawn it back because we're going into this expecting a potential ambush.
I tell you what, I'm gonna go with the universe roll because I can kind of see it both ways. Fast draw it is. It's one.
I thought I'd set up a thing for it.
You targeting somebody? Yeah.
And this will be the attack
Roger.
roll. What sort of armor?
You don't see any armor. I mean, well, let me rephrase that. They're wearing all kinds of wood and leaf and God knows what else. It's kind of hard to say, but they're not wearing recognizable armor.
Okay, and I'll go for the vitals.
All right. Show off.
Damn.
That almost makes me sad.
It makes
How
me
often
sad.
does that happen?
Not too often.
Not to screw myself over here, but you could technically Benny that to a fail -1. Which would hit the torso.
Sure. Let's do that.
Because I hate to see him just completely miss. That's just lame. Torso it is. Roll damage. Oh wait, no, I got to dodge. I'm going to dodge.
No, you
first.
don't.
No,
don't get
you already
dodge
said
against
roll
PCs.
damage.
That's right, you did. You don't get dodges against PCs.
Oh my god, he made it.
Lame.
Well, then I'll give you the penny back. Seeing as I made you use it.
Can I take a step and evaluate?
I believe you can, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll move one step closer and I'll evaluate Goblin Hunter 5.
Roger.
And you said I can move 3 without having to make a dex check.
Yeah, we'll stick with that.
And I guess I'll be readying my mace.
Mace.
Okay.
By the way, if Dustin's paying any attention to that seed, the plants are getting long and lively in that area.
I see.
Kill it with fire.
That requires fire. What I do have, though, is I had a plan for one thing, and then forgot about the seed. Where is this freaking thing?
It's over
You
there.
think the spell? You think the spell Frost would be next to Frostbite, but no.
I gotta remember to
Whose
use
fault is that?
intimidation rolls.
Oh, it's what? That's why.
Can't normally get away with that combat.
I'm surprised you don't hit
And you
that
can.
with
but
apportate the seed back at him.
Well, I think it takes a bit to rev up. I think it slowly moves. I don't think I can fling.
Habitate it straight up.
I am going to hit it with Frost.
All right.
And just try to freeze the seed in the area right around it.
You shout, chill out!
No, I'm just gonna be chill, man. We're all cool here.
Well, you definitely succeeded.
That
What
was
is that?
pretty
So
cold,
what's
man.
the description on that?
Creates a covering of frost on all surfaces in the area of effect. The frost is real and lasts indefinitely if the temperature is below freezing. Then it gradually melts. Some words about if it's fire, and that's about it. So it's just covered in frost. It is frosted.
Interesting.
Ooh, delayed
Okay.
reaction.
Yeah, blunt the growth. That makes sense. It is a plant.
All right. You moving or anything?
Yes. I shall take a single step.
Into the potential area effect.
Well, I mean, it's frost. So
Yeah, but when that seed goes up, you're going to be standing right in front of it.
well, ideally the frost won't let it do that, and I have a plan.
Oh boy.
Well, it's not called gambling for nothing. All right. You know what? I need to fix this. Okay. I love skip, by the way. All right, go. Why is it? Oh, never mind. Okay. So all the goblins, as I said, were armed with bolas, and these guys are basically gonna target people. Let's see. I'm gonna start with Laodin, I think. And that's gonna be that. And that. Okay, well, he missed Laodin. Let's see. Number 2. No, number 2 is going to go after Dustin. with a similar bonus, or penalty, I should say. And roll shit. Number 3 will throw at Kendrick.
3 is there.
And will, just miss. Well, that's tanking for you. He's only a -2.
Yep.
And he's going to roll complete shit.
Carry on.
Murdoch. It's only -1. You will get hit. Now, I need... Damn it. Should have had that out. Hit location.
Can you
I
actually
can block with my
these?
shield, right?
That is true, but hold that thought. Okay. Do I need to figure that first? I believe you get normal defenses from that. However, I think if you parry it, you may get wrapped up. Okay. Okay, the target can dodge and block, but if he tries to parry, the bullets hit the parrying arm. Meanwhile, I will go ahead and roll for Getwell, who is missed.
So how... Okay, so when I'm using block, is it the shield skill or just the block skill? How does that work?
Block. Block
There
is based
there
off
isn't
your
a block
shield.
skill.
So my
No, but
dodge
there's a
is...
block.
If you If you have a block defense, that is your block. Now you'll add your DB to that.
Yeah. What is it? Is it 1/2 plus 3 of shield?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so look at your shield skill, have it, add 3 to that, and then I don't know what kind of shield you are. You probably have a DB2.
I believe
Is
so.
it a medium shield?
It's a medium shield light.
Yeah, so it's going to be half shield skill plus 3 plus 2. And that's what your block skill is.
Does combat reflexes
Block
give him another
thing.
+1?
This is
Yeah.
true.
It does. Was that not already calculated?
It should have
Well,
already been calculated in your thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
it's,
it may
Yeah,
but it
half
says a
skill is
block is
7.
7. It says a
Your
block is 7. That doesn't make sense.
Your total should be
What-
13. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah.
Because we have the same shield skill.
Well, that was easy. It's kind of lame.
And 13 is much better than 7. So I'm gonna have to agree with Paul there.
Druid backs up another step.
Coward.
And fishes in his pockets. Meanwhile, we have the plants on the ground grow and start grabbing at everything, except they're frozen, so that's not quite as effective as I'm sure the druid had originally intended. This is tangle growth, by the way. Not entirely sure how frost would affect that, so I'm just going to assume that the half move and -2 to dodge is half that, so -1 to dodge.
I tried.
You helped?
Is that the smaller circle?
That is the larger circle. I don't know who's smaller circle. That's Dustin's smaller circle.
Okay.
All right, so the end effect is your maximum speed is going to be 2/3. We'll call it that.
Is that outside the effect?
Is what outside the effect?
Where I'm
Yes.
pointing. And that's within step distance. So if Leo does a step, that would be considered outside.
Yep.
Okay.
Great. 2/3. Jesus.
Well, if you were
okay,
already
so
not
that's-
going that fast, it may not be that big a deal.
No, but that eliminates what I was planning on doing because the guy's 4 away. I was going to cover the 3 and then use the extra effort to get the long so I could get the step, but I can't do that. So I am going to move 2 forward and no, wait. You can only make a single step with an evaluate, right?
Yes.
Then I'm just moving 2 forward.
Okay.
So Leo will take the step.
Wow. That's a shame.
And he's going to again go for the vitals.
What the hell was that?
Someone coughing.
I think it's somebody dying.
Mm-hmm. Good God.
It's actually by 6, not by 7, because you missed a -1 for their size mod.
Yeah, I'm going to forget that every damn time. So you're still after number 1. Well, you failed to dodge that one.
Oof, that's gonna hurt.
Getting ahead of myself.
You're getting ahead of yourself.
So your arrow catches fire. All right, so that was that vitals? Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yep.
So that's going to be
By 3. Whatever gets past DR.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those days. Well, I didn't like him anyway.
Neither did
He was
Leo.
a jerk.
And he dodged the first one, so Leo's going, that's more like it.
You just made him dodge right into it.
He had a lazy eye, and goblins aren't supposed to have lazy eyes.
Murdoch's going to burn a fatigue point. He's going to do a giant step and swing at
Gotcha.
Goblin Hunter 5.
Do your worst.
It is a deceptive attack of 1.
You also missed the -1 for goblin size.
Success by 5.
All right. What are my defenses? You're number 5. Yeah, they're not that great. You know what? He is actually going to retreat. And that'll get me that, which is not going to be enough. Damage.
I am going to take this as kind of a wild swing, as I had to take the giant step. So random hit location.
That makes
Fair
sense.
enough.
It's like, it's you're swinging as you're landing. Ow.
Well, I think he's going to lose that foot. Yeah, he's
You
going to lose
think?
that foot.
Pancaked his foot.
No, he's using
No,
an
he
axe.
cut it. I used the axe portion, so I cut it
Oh,
off.
yeah, cut his foot right off. Yoink!
Well, down he goes.
Probably screaming.
Probably screaming.
Ow, bro! Ow!
By the way, as Leodin has shot that goblin over there next to him, you'll notice within a fraction of a second that your arrow is stuck in a moldy log.
Oh, like Hellboy 2.
Mm-hmm.
Underrated movie, by the way.
Right. Flaming weapon?
No, actually, I'm going to cast Smite on myself.
Smite?
Might.
Might. No S.
There might be an S.
Possibly a more different S.
He will take it as he's stepping in that direction. He will grasp the holy symbol and, the strength of the sun, fill my arms, and he will cast Might.
By the way, does he need to do a major wound
Oh
check?
my
God.
gosh!
Golly, dude. Oh, that's cool. That means you got to roll on the thing.
That's true. Oh.
Critical spell
That
failure.
reminds me.
In a high
This is,
mana area.
This is high.
In a
Well, it's
high
high-
mana zone.
It's high mana, not very high.
Oh my gosh!
And I completely forgot what that does. That's just a
I'm
cost
looking it
list,
up.
isn't it?
I don't even
High
see that table.
mana is anyone who knows spells can cast them.
Oh, it doesn't actually do anything different.
Right. Critical spell failure table, Mark.
I'm trying to find it. I don't see it.
Do you not see any tables?
See the tables.
Just under critical.
There we go. Hold on. Critical spell failure. Clerical.
Oh,
Haven't seen
right.
that in a while.
Clerical. I hadn't. Do I actually have con?
Okay.
Oh, on a random foe.
Oh, no. What the hell does that do?
+2 strength.
It's not going to be random. It's number 6.
I know.
He's suddenly feeling stronger and more capable.
So the light shafts coming through the canopy here, it didn't fall on you. It fell on the goblin, and the goblin is suddenly going roar.
Oh man.
Which it's
you're gonna
still a
lose
goblin.
1 energy point.
Well, would he get the full effect of what I would have cast? Because I was
guess.
casting. Okay, so then he's going to get 2 because that's what my intent was to raise my strength twice. Oh boy. It's gonna hurt a lot more. Potentially.
So, question: Goblin Hunter 5 that lost his foot. Did he actually take?
Uh-huh.
Did you put the damage applied?
Oh no, I didn't.
Is he
did I?
still healthy? And did he? Is it considered a major wound?
Well, you're
Does
not
he
supposed
need
to pay attention to that anyway.
I am.
I'm paying attention to it.
Let me check something. No, not that. Okay. Foot's 1/3. That's gonna be 4. And he will have failed that.
1 through 3 is his left leg. 4 through 6 is his right leg.
Yeah, it's not really that important in this case.
Well, it's important to him.
So get well's done.
He's like, sadly, yes.
Why did I was just wrong button.
I think the gods disapprove of your, it's those disapproving looks. They're affecting.
That's 2 extra hit points for him as well.
So noted.
And if he was encumbered and his 2 extra strength make him unencumbered. Yay, I just made
Well, to your
Way to keep
benefit,
it
he was not
entertaining.
encumbered.
Didn't you
All right, what's
critically
Dustin
fail
up to?
last week too?
No.
Yeah, when you were trying to
No, I
fast
failed.
talk the dude.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Well, that's technically not a crit.
Did he
but whatever.
happen to critical fail in the first session? Because if so, that's gonna be like 3 for 3.
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
What's Dustin doing?
So, 2/3 movement, correct?
Yes, that's the plan. How long does that frost
Fine,
last?
6
Said it just lasted until it melted, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
So probably the duration of combat.
Probably.
That's 2.
So crunch.
I might be able to make it here, I think, taking into account the frost effects. And then the quarterstaff, that's 3 yards long, correct? Or is it 2?
You have reached 2.
Reach 2.
But you moved way more than a step.
Oh, because step again. Okay. Right. Okay, then I'll just have to call it quits then.
Alrighty then. You will notice as the goblins can continue to press that they are unaffected by the tangle growth.
That's lame.
Well, Let's see. Well, number 2 was going after Dustin, and he's going to continue going after Dustin.
Permission denied.
Yeah, that looks like a move and attack, which is to your benefit. Let's see.
Unless you roll a 3.
Spear. Well, true. He did not roll a 3, but he also missed. Who's next? You got number 3 and number 4, who were both headed in that direction.
Yep, that's what I was expecting. So I'm gonna have to expect Lid in to shoot the druid.
Under similar conditions, well, they're small. That's a no. And that's a yes. Holy crap, I hit you. Not that it mattered. But it made me feel good.
What's the
All
max
right, who's
damage?
next? That's a good question. Yeah, that's going to be 6. They can't even get through, can they?
Depends on where they hit me, I suppose.
Let's see, that was 3 and 4. 5 is going to crawl back. No, wait, no, he isn't. He's got to snap out of stun first. And he won't. He's just going to stay there and look at you with wide eyes, although, you know, they're goblin eyes, so they're already wide. Number 6 is feeling his oats now. He's coming for you. Rawr. Here he goes. Big damage. With that spear. It's not even close. They're not looking like the most effective fighting force here. Admar takes another step back, and you see in his hands he has a handful of acorns. And he throws them very high into the air. And suddenly the acorns come raining down out of everywhere. This is the spell is Rain of Nuts. So, what this means is any characters in the area take a -1 penalty to any task requiring concentration or skill, including combat and spellcasting. There's an additional visibility penalty of -1 per 8 yards distance for ranged attacks.
How big's the area?
10 yards.
Is that radius?
So,
or
basically the whole
diameter?
damn map. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's radius. It is a little dinky spell that no one would ever cast unless they're a weird ass druid. So yeah, it's raining acorns, and they're very distracting, but they don't do actual damage.
Very noisy as they land on
It
my
is very
helmet.
noisy.
Ding, ding, ding,
Oh,
ding,
yeah.
ding.
That's super annoying.
Okay, so these guys are armed with what?
Spears.
Okay, so I'm I can't. I was gonna do a. I can't because Dustin's right there and he's a squishy.
You'll be fine.
I am stepping back and engaging number 2. Yeah, number 2. In the hopes that it'll take out, trying to arrange him to where he's not going to have a back hex.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically the best I can do.
So everybody's going to be -1 in addition to the size mod.
Crap, I forgot the size mod, but that'd be success by 0.
All right. Oh, that was deceptive. God help him.
Well, he can't.
Okay.
He can't retreat.
That's true. And he can't parry. He must dodge. And to be fair, that particular nut spell does not say anybody's immune to it. Oh, wait, no, it did. I think it did.
Does it? Okay. Yeah, you can exclude.
Then he made it by 0.
Okay. Hey, can I use a Benny to make him not succeed by 0?
Technically, you can.
I'm going to use one of my Bennies so he failed by 1.
Then he failed by 1.
Because I wish to go here. Have some damage to your chest.
All right.
So is it -1 per full 8 yards?
Yeah. -1
And
additional.
is it -1 to the actual skill? So it would be in effect -2.
I don't know. I'm going to say no double dipping on that because that seems... Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, it makes sense. There's a vision on top of the annoyance of being struck, so... Yeah. Cumulative.
So
In the meantime... The goblin stands.
that'd be an extra -3.
You need to roll a 3.
Leo is just going to fast draw.
That's too bad.
all right.
I was hoping you'd shoot him, and the dude's like, "Wait, you hit me in the heart."
Actually, I will. I will shoot.
Just not for the vitals.
I'm feeling lucky.
I would say those are both penalized by 1, but it doesn't bloody matter.
Way to roll.
Alright, so range is -5.
Gonna roll a 3.
Oh, you're shooting the druid.
And we'll add that one. And I guess I'll add all out attack.
Might as well. You're
Hmm.
pretty far from everybody.
Yeah, you're pretty safe over there.
Actually, no. Leo's not going to all out attack. He's going to... First shot is always going to be the presumption that this arrow is going to come back at him.
Oh.
So he's getting ready for a dodge.
Right. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay.
What other bonuses can I squeeze? Actually, no. Leo's not going to go for the vitals. It's just too difficult. So it was a minus... It's going to be a further -3. So I'm putting vitals on, but it's not vitals. It's just the
Right. Gotcha.
penalties. See how this goes. Just as well.
Okay.
Now you can use your Benny.
Yeah.
Not that many
that'll
bennies.
help.
He's still, yeah, he missed by 6.
Those nuts are really distracting.
I'm gonna step and attack. So -2, -1 for the rain, -1 for size mod, right?
What's the -2 for?
That's correct. -1 for the rain of nuts and -1
total.
for the size mod.
Yes, that is true. Yeah.
Since he is stunned, he can't defend himself, right?
Yeah,
He can
just at
defend.
-4.
Okay, but I'm gonna do a telegraphed attack. I mean, does that
That's
give him
fine.
pluses to defense?
It
Yes,
does.
he'd be at -2 instead of -4.
It
Okay,
does.
never
but
mind. I'm not
he's-
gonna do a telegraph. I'm just gonna attack.
He's also not
-2.
got a foot.
True. So
He's not dodging very well.
He will not be dodging this. Not unless he gets really lucky. Wow. It's a good roll.
Dude, you should spend a Benny to reduce that by
And that'll be
one
a
more,
margin
and then it'll
crit,
be a
right?
critical success.
I'll do that. I'll spend a Benny.
You know,
Daniel's like, damn it, I didn't think of that.
I didn't think of that.
We're using the rules.
I'm gonna have to think that one.
You
through.
really want
I
to
don't-
waste your Benny
Yeah,
on a critical
this is-
hit for
Oh,
a guy
that's
who's
fine.
already
To be fair,
out
this
of
is-
combat, technically?
No, I'm just
I
gonna.
was just trying to
I'm
trick
just
him
hitting
into
him.
burning his Benny. Daniel's totally not paying me under the table for that.
Well, see, now you should have given me a heads up, and I would have encouraged it too. Right in the
Oh.
chest. We
Wait,
buried
that's
that accident.
cutting though.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah, I don't think you can.
I don't think Vital Strike counts as cutting.
no.
It's only
Yeah.
impaling or piercing.
It's too bad. But yeah, he wasn't gonna dodge that. He actually rolled really well, and he wasn't even close.
That does make me wonder, though. Yes, it's cutting, but if you bury that axe deep enough, you're getting it into the gut, the vitals.
Well, you start getting into that. Alrighty then. That's that many.
What? It's ×3, right?
No.
2.
2.
In this case, it's 2 because that's not going to go into the vitals.
Right. Wait, no, it's 1 and
Half
But
again.
it's cutting. Yeah,
Half again.
1.5. Sorry, my mistake. Your fault. So what's that going to be? 12? No, that's not
13.
right. I can't do math.
13.
Right. Well, the end results are the same.
13.5.
Damn it, this is in just the wrong place.
Need a second monitor.
So, for the record, your axe is now buried in a rotted log.
Okay. Does that mean I have to pull it out?
Yep.
What's that going to be just a ready action?
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Can I
Well,
use my-
I think normally you just do a strength check.
Can
but
I
you
do
have to
my
that on your
fast
round.
draw axe?
No, you can't.
Nope.
However, your turn is over.
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
You'll be fine. Or you'll die horribly.
That is one cut goblin.
Yeah, he got a little bigger there.
Not that you've seen very many goblins. Maybe they all look like that.
I kind of do the and I swing at him and take a step.
Pull
back.
3.
Go away!
Get away from me!
Uh-huh.
Whiff.
I'm gonna spin a Benny.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's the difference.
All right. Did I miss anybody spending bennies? Phil spent one.
Yeah, Phil's 1. I'm keeping track of mine, and Justin
well.
did mine.
All right. So he made it. Well, let's see if he gets to dodge here. 6.
He did a move and attack, so
Didn't matter.
Didn't matter I get a roll, or
Hit me.
didn't matter I don't.
Hit me.
gotta be cleared. Gotta be clear, GM.
Ow.
Wow, that's a pretty good roll.
For a crappy roll. All right, number 6. Donk.
Fortunately, I probably gave him enough strength to make that more than half it.
That's true. His hit points went up some.
And I did take a step back.
Damn it. Gotta change it over here.
Are you sure you want to do that? He can strike you from that distance without moving forward.
Does he have a long spear?
Spears has a range of 2.
Nah, okay, careful. They're small. So does he have a
They-
small spear or does he have a
They
regular
are currently I don't think size mod 1 is going to change the reach on the spear, but
spear? He's been
they are
using it for
using
close.
one. They're using one-handed. Right. I was in the process of rolling that. All right. Yeah, he's still coming. Dustin.
Taking a step, and I am going to
Do something cool, I hope.
indeed.
You're like, nah,
yes.
I don't want to do anything cool.
It's time to bring back an old friend that we all know and love, Acid Jet. Max power.
Who are you targeting?
A targeting
okay.
Shepherd. Yeah.
That seems a little excessive.
No, not
Yeah, he cursed his inevitable betrayal.
So -1 on that, and you still made it. That is just to activate it?
That's just to activate, yes.
Time to cast on that?
Instant.
Is it? So
Yep.
Now you do the melee attack then?
Now I do the melee attack, yep. I'm going to Benny that.
Well, you can. Did you take the -1 on that? Yeah,
Yep,
you did.
Yep.
All right, Dustin's down 1. All right, so that is a hit. And he's got no reason not to dodge.
He's fine. He thinks he can take it.
He's not a complete idiot, or he might actually have to try to parry with his
Plan
staff.
is sheer elegance and its simplicity.
Wow, that was a bad roll.
What did he roll? Did he roll an 18?
No, but it was not even close.
All right, have some
Sweet.
acid.
Well, that's wimpy.
That's pretty crap, dude.
It was a glancing blow. It hit a lot of nuts on the way down.
Well, still, he's taken some acid damage.
He did not enjoy
Unfortunately, that means he's like, oh, I need to kill the wizard.
That was lame. Of all the times to roll a crit, it's on the health roll for a major wound. Okay, well, yeah, you sassed him with that acid jet. Moving on. All right, my turn. Let's see. Number 2 there got swagged.
Yes, he did.
He didn't appreciate that. He's got acid. No, I don't like this. Screw this. Goblins are not known for their courage. All right. 3 and 4. Well, it's still outnumber this knucklehead in the heavy armor. We'll give it a shot. If this doesn't work, we're probably done for anyway. Holy God, no. That was a miss. That, however, was not. All right, one of them managed to connect with your shield. That guy's down. Number 6 is definitely feeling good, so he's going to come at you. And successfully hit. Makyu gets to defend himself. And that's probably my best chance. Just make you asleep.
Mark!
Did he run off and I missed it?
He probably
Calms
stepped
down.
away without bothering to mark AFK.
We'll just pretend he's dead and move on. Druid. Just got acided. I don't like that. I'm definitely getting out of range of that. Yeah, it's time for me to leave. We'll try to keep some goblins and such between me and that weird acid guy.
Right. I kind of know that Leo is down there, so that guy's toast. All right, so do I have a guy selected? I do have a guy selected. Good.
I did not realize I was running straight into the elf. Oops.
So number 4 is, well, Theo, you said vision is impaired. Mark, you need to defend.
All right.
If you're leaving, you need to mark yourself AFK, you slacker. Curse your sudden but inevitable slackage.
Who are you hitting? 4?
4, yes. I was just sort of waiting for... also, Mark has to defend from your attack.
Yep.
Let's see. We are going to try to parry that. I think we're going to retreat too.
Still in here.
Wow. He made it.
Of course he did.
Why is it they keep defending themselves against Kenrick?
It's the curse of heavy armor. You know, if you recall, had this problem with your dude too.
All right. What was sidestep mods? I don't know why I can't find it in the mods.
Murdoch's gonna step and evaluate.
Sidestep with what?
Parry.
Side slip is +1 dodge or 1 parry with boxing, judo, karate, or fencing.
Gotcha. So it's just a parry.
Or
I can do the dodge.
Boxing, judo, karate, or fencing. It has to be one of those skills for the parry.
Right.
Murdoch should go after the druid.
Well, there's a goblin in my way. He's going to go after it on his way to the druid. So, and I only have maximum of movement 3, but with the underbrush, really 1, 2 max.
Oop.
Wow. Yeah, that was crap. Holy crap, I get to actually roll damage? And it's that guy.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
He's going to kill you, Mark.
Probably.
Probably not. Well, he rolled really well. All right, what's your armor? Torso.
Torso. 4.
Holy crap!
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Fine
pretty good.
chain.
All right, take 2.
Ow.
Well,
It's a
you got
+2 for everything.
All right. Well, now your actual turn is up.
All right. So is it already? Wow. Sorry, didn't mean to step away that long.
Well, everybody else ran through kind of quick, to be fair.
Because we were paying attention.
Shrink down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, you cast reduce person?
Going for that sickety sides hex. I'm gonna take a minus. Are we still getting pelted by stupid things?
What's the range of that? Is he in it?
The rain of nuts is a 10-yard radius. That's going to cover the whole map.
10 yard.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's a 20-yard diameter.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's not the whole map.
All right.
Close enough.
It is a very large area. All right.
You know what? I'll give him the +2, and this is going to be rear side with telegraphed. So it's going to be even for me, but he'll get a +2, -2, and even for him.
No, it's not. It's -2 because you're -1 for size, -1 for rain and nuts. Side is -2, so that's -4. And then telegraph. Oh, right, yeah. My mistake, your fault. I'm thinking the other way.
Yep, I have -2 for being injured, -2 for the nuts and size.
Oh,
+4.
Right. Yeah.
I'm swinging at whatever I can hit. Woo!
And he successfully does it.
Maybe.
Well, he successfully hits. Now he's got to defend, and he's on the right side.
He doesn't get hurt by the nuts.
It specifically states that Master can determine who to ignore.
Pelts. Gotcha.
Okay,
so clearly Daniel's been poking around, finding weird
magic
spells. Going, oh, that's a weird spell. I'll use that.
All right, he's dodging you. And let's see where he goes. To hell, straight there.
Yeah. Why do I not have a tables icon?
Turn it off.
You mean the sidebar button?
Yeah.
You turn those on and off in the prefs.
And then sidebar.
That's new.
Yes, it is new.
Ish.
Relatively new. All right,
So
yeah,
he
give me
failed.
some damage. Yeah, he crit failed, actually.
What was he attempting?
Oh, I hit him in the breadbasket.
Dodge? That means he fell.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right. What's the butcher's bill?
Well, he's definitely going to go.
Yeah.
Boof.
Well, still, shots on goal and all that.
I mean, that is still 6 + 7.
Better than me.
Yeah.
I haven't actually hit any of them. They keep defending mine against mine.
Yeah, but they can't do anything to you, so.
That's true.
Let's see. All right,
and I'm going to step in on him. So I can take a step.
I thought you already took a step.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
We see how you're doing.
All right, well, yeah, so you slipped around to the side and whacked him in the gut, and as he was trying to fall back to get away from you, he basically tripped over himself and fell flat on his back. He's still squirming around, but he doesn't look too good.
He's gonna poop weird for a while.
Yeah, he might. All right, moving on.
Gonna step and smack him again.
So you're maintaining the jet?
Yep.
Who are you hitting?
Drew.
Oh, so you're still chasing him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that using the goblin to shield him didn't actually work out because the goblin moved away.
Plus, it's in his normal size, so the goblin was underneath the stream.
All right, so you did not take the -1, but that's okay because you still hit. You'll get to dodge.
He failed. No, I saw it already. He failed. He rolled an 18.
He's trying to get away. Oh, he made that one.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
He saw that
cheated.
coming.
You cheated.
He said, "No more of that acid stuff. That hurts, yo." Moving on.
Is that like a continuous stream right now?
yes.
Okay, so I can't step forward, and
Yeah, don't do that.
that'd be bad. So noted.
All right. Well, number 2 has had enough of this business, so he's going to keep on going. And he totally does not see that elf right there.
Flew by the elf and went, shit. There's an elf there.
Or he did see that elf at the last second and said, "Nope, keep going."
I'm totally
All
weak.
right.
Don't hit me.
3 and 4. Well, 4's got a new target. And these guys are not especially smart. 3 is going to keep whacking at Sir Kendrick there. He hadn't been truly smacked just yet. Let's see how we do. Kendrick. Nope. Dustin. That's a yes. Dustin, you get stabbed.
I vote I don't get stabbed.
Vote with
You
your
should
dice.
parry with the acid jet.
I don't think it works like that.
That'll.
Ah,
Yeah.
Be hilarious though.
that would be kind of funny. It's like an acid whip or something. And you go, nope.
Can you even? Yeah, I guess you can't parry at all. I'm assuming you can't parry at all, so really all you have is dodge. Oh. +5? Oh, because you got all this stuff. Well, you forgot the -1.
By 0, but it's
So you
still
made it by
successful.
0.
I'll take it.
Good job. All right, that was 3 and 4. Okay. Number 6 has had enough of you. He's crawling away.
He might be retching along the way.
Oddmar is, yeah, let's get farther away.
All right.
Oh, right. I need to try to defend. Well, I've been successful so far.
Yep.
How hard can it be? Parry or dodge? Let's
Neither.
let's go.
You
with
just
dodge.
take it.
Holy crap! That was a crit. Which means you need to roll on the thing.
Oh
What?
my goodness!
What?
You just cut your leg off.
No,
No, fuck
wearing-
that. Oh, right. You have to roll it again. Oh, no.
I do?
Okay. If
No. It's armor leg,
Yeah.
50%. So looks like it's leg and does 50%
Well, that would make more
damage.
sense.
Nothing even gets through the armor.
Well, that was annoying. All right, what was Laodin is doing the thing?
He did the thing.
And you hit him?
Very
Right,
much
well,
so.
he's got vision penalties to see you. So I'm going to give him a roll. Sometimes that's how it works. Perception. He is not going to see you. Message for you.
Oh, is
Was
that
that,
vitals?
No.
That's too bad.
And that was the roll for that? Okay.
So
Alrighty.
doubled.
Right, doubled. That's going to be...
What's
And
the
he
deal
falls.
with Goblin number 2?
Stand by.
Goblin number 2 ran away.
Number 2. Yeah, number 2 is basically fleeing the map.
And then he's going to run into the other guys down south and go, oh, crap, more of them?
Yeah, pretty much.
So I am attacking Goblin Hunter 4. Looks like a rear side hex, correct?
Yes. Watch out for the acid stream. That's a good hit. Yeah, let's see. How's he doing anyway? No, he didn't see you coming. Hit me.
Well, at least somebody's able to connect tonight.
Ow.
Because shin off.
Yeah. Not only is his leg cut off, but it's in a weird spot.
You're just like, one guy's lost a foot. This guy's lost his foot from the shin down.
Let's see. That's number 4.
His shin bone connected to nothing. It's not connected to anything.
And yeah, he's going to sit there and stare at it for a minute.
He's stunned.
He is. Let's see. That's going to be... Right. Good.
Die, clown!
Yeah, he's just scrambling, trying to crawl away.
So -1, -2. This is an all out.
Gotcha. Yep. Small chance of success. Oh, man. I saw a bunch of 1s in there. No, he didn't make it.
Thump, thump, thump.
You really don't like that guy for stealing your spell, do you?
That was mine. It was mine. You stepped into my light. It was mine.
Unfortunately, this guy is a little tougher than the others for some reason. But he is going to succumb. All right, Dustin.
In order to maintain a spell and attack, well, no, it would be move and attack, wouldn't it? If I try to move, do more than a step.
What is the Z?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will let the
Unconscious.
acid jet drop, and
Oh, okay.
I'll just do a I'll just bop number 4 on the head with the quarterstaff just to make sure he stays down.
Seems reasonable. He's going to have a hard time dodging at all.
-2, so you still hit. Oh, did the acorn stop?
No, they did not. Nope. No dodge. He just kind of looked at it as it came down. On the
It's
knees?
a joint.
Is that necessary?
Kneecapped.
Yeah, he's done. You guys smashed his lower body.
Left leg, shin gone. Right leg, knee crippled.
There's only one still up. All right, and given that there's only one still up, he knows that. Says, we had a good run of it, but that's quite enough. All right, you guys pursuing?
I am not. I'm actually planning on wheeling around and charging toward the sheriff to try to protect our principal.
Ah, gotcha.
Unfortunately
Alright.
for me, that means I'm gonna no longer be looking at the shepherd dude, the druid. So one of these bloodthirsty psychos might put him down while I'm not looking.
Well, that is potentially true.
What?
So
Right, so
Kenrick is going back to help.
Correct.
Murdoch.
I'll do the coup de grace on this Goblin Hunter number 4. Just put him out of his misery, and then I'll head down to help out with the sheriff as well.
Gotcha. Laden.
Leo will ready an arrow just in case things hit the fan, but it looks like things are de-escalating, so he will just be ready.
Dustin.
He will go keep a watch on over the shepherd and also just check him, disarm him, all that sort of stuff.
So
You're gonna whack him, aren't you?
You're heading over to the shepherd to see to him.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I don't know about whacking him. I haven't decided yet.
All right.
Well,
and
probably
get
look at
well.
the
I'm gonna
sides
go
and
to
see if
the
there's-
tree and make sure that those kids aren't stuck inside of it.
All right. Stand by on all that.
Well, I'm presuming the fight wasn't officially over, so that's why I was rushing toward to assist the sheriff.
Okay. So the overall situation is that the spell effects last for a minute before they stop. You're approaching the rest of the retinue and find that the sheriff has taken a little bit of injury, but not very much. It's a little more than a scratch. Malrid has a crippled leg, but he'll live. The rest of the men-at-arms that are still here are okay. A few cuts and scrapes, but they mostly held up. And they're all like, "Everybody okay? Where's the druid? Blah blah blah." So they're handling the cleanup.
Betraying betrayer.
They were all close enough by you that they know that they were betrayed.
Right. Yes.
All right. So the other hand, Dustin goes over to the druid and finds him in the process of expiring with some well-placed arrows. He's trying to say something, but it's not coming out.
I'll put my hand to his forehead and, oh no, it looks like you have a fever. You need to cool down.
And critical failure. Yes. Yes.
Let's see that table.
Try. I try and game denies me.
You're gonna heal him somehow.
That'd be hilarious.
Eh.
Oh,
Ow!
you frostbit your own fingers.
One of your fingers fell off. Sorry about that.
It's actually soothing to him.
Getwell goes over to the tree, and yes, there is an opening, and you can see down into it. It's a bit of a tunnel / cave looking thing there. So, and it's all gnarled and nasty. Going in without anybody?
Seeing if I can see anything in there.
Light?
I'll. You know what's so funny is I don't have normal light.
Thought you
You
did.
cast light last time, didn't you?
No, I have continual light.
That was a different
That's
different
good
light.
enough. Good enough.
Well, what's Murdoch?
Yeah, I'll
knows?
cast light on one of the nearby stone and chuck the stone in, and call out
Nah,
here
dude,
the name of the
you need to-
girls.
You need to pick up one of those irritating nuts that has been rained down and use it.
Yeah, that'll work.
It does make me wonder what happens to those things. I mean, they were magically generated. Do they just dissipate at some point? Because you could plant entire forests with that spell.
I know. I was just thinking that. I'm like,
Maybe they did.
damn
You don't,
druids, man.
you don't see anything in the immediate area. At the front end, it looks like it gets a little twisty in there.
Like a druid's
But-
soul.
Oh,
Indeed.
Murdoch can probably make his way in there. He's pretty small enough, right?
But the situation with the battle in general has cleared up enough that the rest of the PCs are starting to gather. And Dustin is
What do your elf eyes see?
Dustin is shaking his hand off because he hurt himself somehow.
Say that again. There was two people talking.
It's like doing I was ripping off Lord of the Rings. It said, Ledin, what do your elf eyes see?
What do they see?
He can't see through the dirt.
Oh,
You
we
are-
do the light thing?
You're gonna have to go in.
Well, we're not done
Somebody's
until we
gonna have
can.
to go in.
We're not done until we found the girls.
Murdoch will go
I will
in.
venture for.
Murdoch will go in. Brother Getwell should probably, if he can, heal the druid. Just
I'm not
Yeah,
healing that
because-
druid.
no, I mean we should heal the druid, and just in case we don't find the girls, he knows where they are.
Oh, Druid's dead. Don't worry about it.
Dustin, you realize that the key has been buzzing for a little bit now.
Oh, hey. Yeah, we got some of the fairy around here somewhere. Is it from what I remember, was it strength and direction, or was it just
Strength.
Just strength. Okay.
You happen to notice because as you got closer to the tree, it started getting worse.
All right. I think we have some of the fairy folk in that tree, or at least a portal out to their land.
So are you saying that if we go into the tree, we're going to cross over into the fairyland?
Potentially, yeah.
Well, we're still looking for the kid. I do not fear death. I'll go in.
Do you fear dancing for 20 years?
No.
All right. Anybody not going in?
The druid.
Oh.
The druid's not going in.
I'll let Sir Kenrick go first.
I'm going to tell the sheriff to remain here with his men. No sense in risking them as well.
You know, this is one of those moments where I wish I had invested a lot of money, because I have a feeling we're going to come back out years later, and then I'm going to like missed an opportunity.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
We could
that's-
always run
that's-
back to town real quick. Put down a term deposit.
Too late.
There you
Going
go.
in.
So inside it is like a really large burrow, more than a tunnel.
Watch out for
It-
attacking hobbits.
It twists around the base of the tree, and you're basically having to push roots aside and stuff like that. As you get further in, you see two things. One, you see in this open chamber a massive clump of roots, and in the roots are growing what appears to be small goblins.
Yeah.
It's like they're made of wood, and they're growing out of the roots.
Okay, so clearly we're not in the same world as Goblin Slayer.
Well, I will probably start laying around with my axe.
The other thing you notice is almost immediately, and especially Murdoch, gold. In fact, about a 2-foot diameter gold framed mirror. And the first thing you see is the gold glinting, and oh, there's a mirror sitting there. The second thing you see is the reflection in the mirror is not the cave.
That is like-
Hmm.
The key is buzzing like you're getting a phone call on vibrate right now.
Murdoch's gonna be he's gonna be whacking away at the goblins with his axe, and then he's gonna be like in between he'll stroke his beard looking at the gold.
You know
the
that
gold. And then whack another goblin, stroke
So-
his beard. Oh, that's
I'm
all I
trying to
gold.
understand. So the gold
So-
is the mirror itself.
The frame of the mirror, yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like that or if it was like there's a dragon horde land there.
Murdoch
Yeah.
starts laying about with the axe and discovers that there are 3 small children entombed in roots.
I'll get him
Aha.
out.
Are they alive?
Hard to say.
Well,
Catatonic
Oh,
at the very least.
I'll do what I can to get him out.
Right.
Dustin,
In the meantime.
please examine the mirror. Determine if it's magic. We may need to try break it or something. I don't know.
they're asleep. They seem catatonic.
Here, have a disapproving look.
Yeah. Collecting them now.
Would
So
it be good
Yes,
old-fashioned
we can
thaumaturgy?
see they're catatonic.
Dustin is going over to examine the mirror.
Affirmative.
Okay. Couple of things. 1, the key is freaking out. 2, as you look through the mirror, you see on the other side what looks to be a very tangled and forest, and you're pretty sure you see like animal reflected eyes back there. 3,
Oh, go ahead.
You're gonna hear
You
Sauron
hear-
voice going, "I see you."
you hear not quite a voice. It's somewhere between a voice and a compulsion saying, "Join us."
I take extreme amounts of care and focus on not touching the thing.
How do you break it? Can you dispel it?
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to roll for it yet. Would it be thaumaturgy to check it? Well, I mean, it's magic.
Mhm. Yes, maybe. I'm not sure what else it would be.
Dude, you should like throw the key at it. See what happens.
I want to keep the key.
Well, your first obvious thought is break the mirror. Your second obvious thought is because you understand thaumatology a little bit. Iron?
Okay, so
Assuming this is fairy magic.
My hammer.
Well, maybe I
my
do
hammer.
it then. I'll take the key and poke the mirror frame with it.
It cracks.
Congratulations,
glass or the
you are
frame?
now unlucky.
Your face.
Oh.
No, the glass.
Okay. All right, then I'll just poke it another time or two.
The Murdoch freaks out because the girls just suddenly open their eyes.
They're like, they're alive!
All right, then.
I call the gold.
I'm going to gather up the kids and carry them out.
All right. Yeah, you got plenty of guys in their hands to haul them out. They're still kind of wobbly.
I have the good with kids thing, so.
Mm-hmm.
Murdoch's going to make sure all the glass is out of the mirror, and then he's going to take the gold frame.
I wonder if I could get something for that. Unless somebody stops him, it could be still magical.
I mean, we're not going to examine it for traps before you just pick it up.
No, I'm just going to make sure.
Haven't you had enough traps already?
I'm going to make sure all the mirror is gone, because I noticed you tapping it probably, and just make sure I bang all that stuff out, and then I'll get the gold.
You guys emerge from the tree to the rest of the entourage and the sheriff, and bringing the girls in tow. Clearly, the mission has succeeded.
Well, the rescue the girls portion of the mission.
And with point out we should probably try to burn this tree or tear it down or something.
And he is in full agreement with that, and sets the men about taking care of that. In the meantime, he looks over at the druid and says, "Well, I didn't know the guy, but he seemed okay to me."
And then he wasn't.
Well, since Leo actually has a sense of duty to nature, he's going to inquire, is there another option than burning it down?
It's got goblins in it.
I wonder if Leodin wouldn't consider that tree somehow diseased.
Because it's got goblins in it.
It's a goblin tree.
Yeah, it's a goblin tree.
Yeah. That whole goblin business is that's not something
right,
you want in your forest.
In that case, burn it.
It'll help.
Burn them all.
So Murdoch, hearing that he can burn it down, since he's got his shtick to be able to start a fire anywhere, he will burn it down.
Well, let's make sure we all get out of it first.
Well, Murdoch can help with the burnination. There are plenty of guys there working on that. They'll start gathering some kindling and stuff to pile into the hole.
I'm going to ask of the girls, if they recall what happened. How are they feeling?
They're not to the point where they're actually talking yet, but they're actually looking around and trying
to keep them happy, keep them polite.
Not quite ambulatory, but they're at least alive as far as you can tell. Maybe a little malnourished.
Brother Getwell, do you have first
aid? Do you have
food? Does he have first aid?
Give him some water, etc., etc.
So anything else at this point?
Yes, actually, I do have something. Can Dustin double check the girls to make sure they're not radiating magic or anything?
Oh, good call. I'll do that.
And that's one of those cases where I don't think Kenrick would have thought of that, but Dustin
Mhm.
is smart enough to have thought of that.
Yeah.
You detect no further magical auras. And in
Wonderful.
fact, as you do so, you realize that high mana area has gone away.
So
Ah.
after Murdoch makes sure the tree is burning down nice and well, he's going to search the druid's body for anything he can take.
Wow.
The druid's body is being handled by the sheriff's men, some of whom have already looked at you with your gold mirror and said, "Oh, there's treasure in there," and tried to go in,
And then promptly came back out when they're
and then
and
promptly came back
goblins.
out. And they wish they hadn't seen that. Yes, and every one of those goblins that were around is now a lump of moldy wood.
Is Leo able to recover his arrows?
Well, you could recover the ones that were in Odmer. The ones that were in the goblins, no.
In that case, he will dig out the arrowhead.
Whittle them out.
So he'll dig out the arrowhead and recover the arrowhead.
Yeah.
And at the same time as he's doing that, I'll be searching the body as well.
He had a lot of herbs on him and a very nice pipe that Getwell was already eyeing. And bits and bobs that you have absolutely no idea, little rocks and crystals and stuff, but nothing that says treasure to you.
Well, I'll take some of the stuff for Brother Getwell.
Hey, can you do anything with this? I can smoke it.
Yeah.
So the sheriff, as the tree burns behind you, gathers you Heroes Guild together and says, expresses his gratitude and says that he's glad he made use of your services, and to tell the guildmaster that he thinks you guys did a great job.
Thank you, Your Excellency. The guild is always at your disposal. Now let's get these children to safety.
And thus the company of the Bere return home to the capital, victorious but full of questions.
And with a broken magic mirror made of gold.
And Murdoch leaves with a little bit of loot, as he usually does somehow. All right, Phil, this is the Enchanted Forest job.
Gotcha.
Bennies.
Making a note of that.
Who gets bennies today?
That's a good question.
I would say Dustin, because he did the frost spell. That was actually a pretty good idea.
He was pretty key there.
That was a pretty cool spell, or a pretty cool thought there. I like that.
Done? Anybody else?
Definitely not Mark, because he kept disappearing on us. Mark's like, oh.
All right.
I would actually say maybe Sir Kenrick, because not necessarily for, just more of he was the only one that kept getting blocked.
Are you saying he needs a? Are you saying he needs a pity point?
He needs a pity point. But then that would be the reverse. That would be the other case for Murdoch and Leodin. We are the ones that actually were killing people. So
no,
you guys did get some kills this time.
Yeah, but you shouldn't get points for doing the things that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only if you do something special.
No, I think that's probably good.
I think
All right,
just
well,
Dustin, the frost spell that Dustin did was really good.
That was very helpful.
Anybody got any bookkeeping you need to take care of? I'll get back with Murdoch on the value of the mirror if it
Okay.
doesn't turn you into a frog.
How many guild coins?
Frog.
2 each. So once you get back there, you will get the additional.
So is it? So 2 total, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and 1 point for the session. And I am making plans on getting some bulk points in later. So I did say I was going to do that, and I am making those plans. So remember that.
Huzzah.
Also, you guys are tracking the time use. It's now advanced a month, so you guys are actually getting in there. More time will have been passing. And we are off next week to continue the following week with episode 4.
Oh, finally.
Shiny.
Cool.
All right. If you're watching this and you have questions, corrections, suggestions, or general hecklings, feel free to leave a comment here or find us on Discord. Thank you for watching. Olympus out.
Bye.
Good night, stream.
Good night, farewell.